How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the big 1.3k in the building waiting. Apologies for the delay yet again, people. I'm still going to ask you to hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes nice and early. 2,000 ideally before the show ends, but if we can get to the 1,000, that's the benchmark, people. So show some love, and hopefully you've seen the Mansionary pool or Premier League pool Mansionary edition video that just dropped yesterday. Obviously, it's a bit delayed on that, but I think it was worth the wait. I really enjoyed it. I know we really enjoyed it, and it was a surprise to us all because Skull was just hidden away editing that up. So big up Skull as well in the edit, but big up all the feedback as well, because it's always love for the love here, and you're showing a lot of love on that video too. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't, wait till the end of the show and go check it out. I think there's a pinned comment. The link is there, but you should be subscribed. If you're not, then I don't know what to say for you. But make sure you are subscribed, people. There's a lot more content coming out along the same lines, other bits, you know, not just football related. We done pool there. We might be doing other things in the future. We might have already done other things, but you won't know unless you're here, people. So show some love to the video, the channel, and the members as well. THUGGERY's channel, everyone's channel is in the description below. And yeah, we finally have a show on our hands, and by that I mean the last couple of weeks fixtures sporadic. It's a FA Cup off the back of that. It hasn't really felt like full-blooded shows, even though, you know, we've had a lot of topics of conversation. People have enjoyed, people have still watched. Love for the love. We've finally got a show where all 6 teams are playing. We've got a bit to talk about from the weekend, and we've got a massive announcement that came a couple of days ago. We contemplated maybe potentially doing a live for it. Maybe we start doing things like that next season. Maybe we don't. Make sure you subscribe, people. But that news is Klopp has announced that he's leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. He wants to renew some of the energy. He wants to, you know, take a step back. Understandable considering the amount of emotion and effort he puts into the job. But there's none other than GRIZZ back in the hot seat for Liverpool to talk about that and discuss. And as we all know, the GRIZZ is going through a loss, and I've seen a lot of the comments. I'm sure he has too. So I'm just going to pass it over to GRIZZ and say, welcome back, GRIZZ. Prayers have been out to you and the fam. And
Yeah,
and I hope you're well, bro.
Yeah. Good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, the chat needs to stop. You know, like Klopp was saying, man, it's not like how Klopp was saying it's not about me, but as I'm gonna have to steal your words, bro, Turkish. I'm sorry, but love for the love, people, man. You know what I mean? Absolutely blown away with the messages of support, words of support. Yeah, at times like this, you see who your real ones are, man. And yeah, man, all of you lot are shining through, man. And absolutely, I know I say it, it's become a bit of a meme and saying whatever, but it is, man. The love's a humbler, absolutely, and humbled. But yeah, man, it's been an emotional week to say the least. Obviously, two things in the footballing world, and then one real life shit. But even the footballing ones, man, it's all about emotions, isn't it? And then there I am. Was it Wednesday on the way back from Fulham, celebrating a Wembley final, bantering, us lot, joking, whatever. The following morning, I hear news of my grandmother, my dear grandmother, who's very dear to me, passing away. I'm in mourning. We have like a tradition where we mourn for 4 days in the mosque. And, you know, I'm mourning there. And then obviously the phone is, you just can't help it, human nature to keep the phone on. We're not supposed to. We should really like sort of just put everything to the side, but the phone was on and the phone just went wild. Friday morning, 10:30ish, and yeah, Jurgen Klopp decided the normal one decided he wants a normal life, and at the time, yeah, luckily I'm speaking on it 3-4 days later, because at the time you think to yourself, what do you mean, how, why, what's happened? Automatically you start thinking, okay, he's had a bust up with FSG, okay, something else has happened behind the scenes, or you know, or the worst case scenario, you think he's ill or something, he's sick or something, like seriously. But then as you hear and listen to his interviews and you read stuff and then you work out, yeah, man. And then especially what I was going through, you actually humble yourself again when it comes to football and say, yeah, man, there's much more serious and important things in life, like family. And, you know, only he knows what his family means to him. and he wants to. He's had a young grandson as well. His son's had a daughter or son. I can't remember. Someone in the chat will remind me. And he wants to just have a normal life after having not a normal life for a long time, and he's run out of energy. So yeah, after 3-4 days of reflection and listening, I'm just this guy's humility is blowing me away. Like I think it's an admirable decision, and one that for the first time in his life, he's thought about himself as opposed to the outside world. And even thinking about himself, he's put the team's best interests at heart and said, "I'll rather tell you early. I'll rather tell you myself, than opposed to getting leaks in the newspapers and or through agents or whatever." So yeah, absolute shock to the system. Of course, people remind me that, I was of the opinion that he's going to sign a new deal. I got half the information right. So there was talks, there was something going on. I heard there was something going on. I got the major part wrong though. I was told that it's looking good. It wasn't looking good, people. It wasn't looking good. But 50% is not bad. But nah, I was of the opinion, and of course, everyone in the circles was of the opinion that he's going to extend. But it just shows you, no one knows what actual human being is going inside, like what's going inside their brains and their lives and everything. And football's just something that we should enjoy and cherish for the time and moment, because life changes, man. Life's different. Life changes. Things can happen. And it just totally changes your whole perspective of life, basically. And that's what's happened to Klopp.
Big loss.
Massive loss. I don't even know what to say loss-wise. You've been through it with Mr. Wenger. Obviously, he didn't want a Wenger situation where the fans turned angry and bitter towards him, because no man is infallible. No manager's infallible. There will come a time in a coach's career where the downturn starts, and then you don't want your legend. Like, some of your fans must still cringe at the way they treated Wenger near the end of his career, near the end of the time. And I would have hated Fergie went out the top, but Fergie left Man United in a precarious situation. They haven't recovered since. Not saying that's his fault, but I'm saying that's the way it is. Jurgen Klopp, I'd like to think, has left us in a very solid situation. But it's scary, and I'm sure you guys want to talk about that, or maybe ask about that and discuss that. It is scary because it can go downhill as well from here. So yeah, it's a pretty much into the realms of unknown.
I think as per usual, when this type of announcement comes out, I usually get spoiled by all-time debates and, where does he rank? And the same thing happened to us with Hazard retiring. As soon as Hazard announced his retirement, Salah conversations begun. And I don't think it's necessary right now. It's going to be a conversation for 10 years plus. Like, people just need to appreciate Klopp. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. People just need to reflect on the manager, because I always say not every second place is the same. Obviously, we banter and we say bridesmaid and whatnot, but when we're actually analysing football, this is not a guy that has finished second like, say, Solskjaer, do you know what I mean, did in his season. This is a guy that's created, let's be honest, about 4 title-winning teams that would have won titles 99% of the time. And he has to leave on a high. I think it's going to be interesting to see if the Liverpool players get over emotional when it comes to the real end point of the season, in the finals and in the last couple of games, maybe head to head with City, maybe Arsenal, last couple of rounds of the league. I think game to game they'll be charged and they'll be better for it. But what a manager, man! What a manager! This guy is the embodiment. When you talk about literally the face of the city, do you know what I mean? Hasn't he got the key to the city or something? Like, he's got pubs named after him. Like, everybody dreams to have a manager like this.
Exactly. He's gonna have everything, like keys to the city and statue and all that business. That's gonna come. But do you know what it is? Like, coaches, we might even get a coach, and a lot of people have been saying this, we might even get a more tactically astute coach. In fact, I think Jurgen Klopp has shown that he's very tactically astute this season anyway. But we might get a coach that might win us the same or even more. But it's the fun, isn't it? Look how much fun. Look how much fun we've had in this show over Jurgen Klopp. Do you know what I mean? Like, talking about him, and he's a mad, like Toby saying, "Oh, it pisses me off. Why are you so defensive of him?" and this and that. We have so much. talking points around him. But that's what he is. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And ultimately, and he talks about it. He goes, I was a shit player, right? He goes, I was a shit player. I was just a lover of the game. I was a fan of the game. And he got to manage, you know, small time clubs and elevated them. And then he joined Liverpool Football Club. And bros, I don't know. Well, Saeed's going through it now. Man City, you know, been through it sort of in the dark days or whatever. And Arsenal is all going through it now. But it's mad when you're chasing that league title. Where once it was a regular thing for you guys. So how it was, you know, Arsenal used to win it all the time. Man United used to win it all the time. It's so difficult to take when you don't win it. And he ended that, bros. He ended that for me, and we won every trophy bar the Europa League, which would be mad if he could end up winning the Europa League and complete the complete set. So he brought that title to us, man. And Matisse, I know you're spot on about, we joke and we banter about bridesmaid and second, but this ain't no ordinary seconds. He's been finishing on 97 points, 92 points, 90. There was another one. Like basically three of those. Basically, three of those totals would have won
99 points. You won it that year.
They would have won the league title. I can't remember. Someone said like 85% of the time they would have won the league title with those second point scores. And then he added the Champions League in dramatic style as well. And he just elevated our club. We were in the dumps, man. You guys know, innit? Like losing 6-1 to Stoke. Imagine that in this day and age. And that's where he took us from, man. He took us from there. And within 5-6 years, within 3 years, he had us, you know, challenging. And within 3 to 4 years, I'd say he had us up there as one of the best clubs, footballing teams in the world. And not overly billions and billions spent, just normal football transactions. Like, you know, you buy to sell, you sell to buy, you know, and he's just a madman. But if you've got him on your side, you love him to bits. But
that's
man.
That's how it's meant to be, though, isn't it? Like, you're not meant to like the Liverpool manager as a Chelsea fan. That's what I was saying in my video. I'm not meant to like Ferguson or Klopp or Wenger. Do you know what I mean? You're meant to dislike them. When they're on your side, though, that's when you really understand it. But FSG now, I mean, they're not going to get a better man than this. For the players they've brought in over the years, the Hendersons, Wijnaldums, you're not going to get a better manager than this to develop and improve those players. So now it's gonna, I think people are gonna, if they didn't already appreciate, they're gonna clock once he's gone just how difficult the task actually is to get done. So yeah, it's mad, man. Crazy.
Yeah. He's an elite manager, man. So I think his place in the Prem will be set for sure. Obviously, people will clown him and say, "Oh, he's only won one Prem title." But when you compare him, when you size him up to some of the managers that have played in this league, he beats a lot of them. I think there was a tweet that was doing the rounds the other day, and it was like, "Oh, are we all in agreement that this is the top 5 Prem managers?" Now, obviously, people will debate the order, but the names, I don't think you can debate them. And I think he deserves to be there, right? Because I feel like he's been a phenomenal manager. I think he's ticked every box. Like Matisse said, like he is an arsehole. Like he has that side to him. He can be an arsehole, but you want player development, he's got it. Brand of football, he's got it. Trophies, he's got it. Like being able to basically like completely revamp a team from bottom to top, he's done it. So I think I'm gonna chill on Klopp in terms of my love-hate beef with him between now and the end of the season, because I feel like he does deserve to get a good send-off. Hopefully,
you know what he brings.
Hopefully, it's not you winning the league, but yeah. I think.
But you know what? But he brings that out. He brings that out in you. You see, watch the managers speak about him, and I know they're supposed to say those kind of things, but Pep had that smile on his face. But Pep meant it. You could tell what Pep was like. This is, you know, I'm gonna sleep at night now. You know, he's having joke about it, whatever. And this rivalry, you know, or the levels of quality, and I'll say it again, the levels of quality that we reached in the 1920, that both teams, I don't think we've seen that quality in the Premier League, or very rarely. And the brand of football, it was just like the 95 points plus is insane totals to get consecutively, and we just like bouncing off each other, and they pipped us twice by a point. Fine margins, of course. People can say what they want, but you didn't. Yeah, I know, but you got to look through and give context, and it's it's high levels of football he brought, high levels of unity he brought, and we all know, guys, all our clubs, barring City, haven't gone through it. All our clubs know, all the rest of your guys' clubs know, and other clubs that we can talk about as well. In terms of when you want to build a club from top to bottom, in terms of unity and coming together, it's not easy. You gotta have a manager who knows how to build that unity from the scratch, and he's managed to build it. The whole fan base, I think even you guys would admit, probably the Liverpool fan base, out of all our fan bases, is probably the most united, in terms of we don't tend to have that many splits in the fan base and whatever. It's probably the most united. Every other fan base has fractions and splits. Of course, ours does as well. But again, that's down to the coach.
Cities is probably a bit more. Cities is united.
Yeah.
But I get the point you're making.
Yeah, I mean, Cities. Look, it's not a time to have joke. Don't make me bust joke. But,
What do you really mean? What do you really mean? What do you really
I was
mean?
about to be so nice for a second.
I said don't. I didn't say nothing. It's Toby. He started. He tried to
I
start
asked
me.
the question. I wasn't taking the piss.
He tried to start me.
Eulogy. Let's keep going with his eulogy because it could go downhill very fast.
He tried to start me. But I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold back.
No,
Look,
let
here
me
we head
say,
down.
I think Pep speaks on behalf of the City fan base when he means like I can sleep now. Like when I think back on the Pep Klopp era, it was sickening. It was really sickening, Grizz. You'll know that week in, week out, you're watching each other's teams. You'd win. You go, right, we got to go do our job now. And I truly believe this. And people joked about it the whole time through Bridesmaids and Love Affair and this kind of thing. We don't hit the heights we hit, and it became as good as we did without Jurgen Klopp and without the pressure that Klopp's Liverpool was putting on our team. So you have to give him massive credit for that. But that's just from a selfish perspective. If we're talking objectively, yes, you can talk about, he won every trophy he came to win, and he won the two major honours, and he ended Liverpool's drought. The biggest achievement that Klopp had, and I think Liverpool fans will appreciate this the most, is reviving a gargantuan football club. And you see so many managers come to the English Premier League, particularly to Manchester United over the last sort of 10 years, trying to revive, trying to bring back that spark. So many great managers, Van Gaal's, Mourinho's, these guys, and they couldn't do it with Manchester United. And Liverpool were in a similar situation. I think the phrase used regularly or in the last few days is doubters to believers. And that's really what he did, to bring back belief and energy and life and unity to a sleeping giant in Liverpool Football Club. But that doesn't just mean on the pitch. That means from top to bottom. That means in the stands. That means in the city. That means in the culture. And I don't think Liverpool fans will love Klopp just because of the fact he won trophies, because all our clubs have won trophies in periods in time. It's about the feeling that manager gives to your club. It's about the memories that manager gives to your club.
Memories.
It's about the connection that manager has to your club. So objectively, as a football fan, I fully appreciate the love the Liverpool Football Club have for Jurgen Klopp. Like, you see the connection between the Kop end and Klopp and all that kind of thing. These are special things that you guys will look back on. And look, when I read that news, I got this awful feeling over me of, I don't want this day to come for me. I know this day is coming for me with Pep Guardiola. I thought someone was having me on, man. I was in the train station. I was going on a weekend away, and I saw Klopp leaving Liverpool. I was like, no effing way. Just no way. And then the impending feeling of doom was like, this is going to happen to me someday. So listen, credit to him. Massive loss to the Premier League as far as personality goes. And yeah, credit to him.
Do you think he'll get a stand named after him? The Klopp end.
Yeah, look, everyone, it does end, but you can't change.
Yeah, there's other Liverpool managers that have done more, isn't it?
That's a bit wild. I mean, that would be crazy. That would be amazing.
Just the name slaps, isn't it? So
it proper slaps. I think people are saying maybe for the last game of the season, like change it up, get some big stencils made or something. You know what I mean? I'm putting the Klopp in, but yeah, the Kop ends it like it's an iconic. But like Hughie says, memories. And if you told me, and I'm gonna have to bring up some memories. But if you told me like some of those memories gonna include, I don't know, winning the league title, of course, and Champions League title, of course, and then having the memories of Alisson the goalkeeper scoring a goal that gets us the Champions League spot, right? If you tell me we're going to beat Man United 7-0 at Anfield, 5-0 at their ground. These are memories that I can never, ever forget. Beating Chelsea in 2 cup finals at Wembley, both on penalty shootouts. These are mad, mad memories, man. Like, this guy's got so many memories he's left with me. And that's the beauty of it. The Champions League nights, my God, you lot all saw the Barca. And we always say, but these are magical things. Like, how the fuck did we stop Coutinho, Suarez and Messi and scoring and Busquets and these like scoring at Anfield 3-0 up, and we beat them 4-0? Are you mad? But that's what he done, and it's and that's without Salah and Bobby Firmino on the night. Like crazy shit. He had Milner playing at right back at certain stages. It's madness what he done. Gini Wijnaldum comes on. So many memories, man. So many memories. And yeah, the winning, of course, winning is the ultimate. Yeah, and I agree. No Liverpool fan would say most Liverpool fans would say he should have won more, but that's not because of a want of trying or quality. It's just there was a team that was better, you know, and that's nothing taken away from sort of the job he done and where he had to build this proper muddied club. Like, I can tell you that first lineup, man, he had like Kolo Toure playing, Lucas Leiva, you know, Lallana and all these mans up front. He had Lallana playing up front, you know, so he's done wonders for this club, man. Madness.
Is it like the Ronaldo Messi debate almost, where it's like you're just going up against a freak? You could have had more Ballon d'Ors, but you know.
Yeah. Look, on paper, it's going to show what you guys have been saying. You know, he won one of each trophy, but that's still, I think someone's obviously going to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's 9 trophies he's won in 7 years. And
sounds about right.
That's some going, man. And we're in contention for another 4. Whether we win 1 or whether we win none, I'm not going to hold it against him. I'm telling you right now, because this guy is not going to get any beef or ill feeling from me anyway.
I think the timing of the announcement was strategic, and I think the timing probably only applies to Liverpool the most right now in English football. Like, if your manager's going to announce he's leaving at the end of the season in January, I think for many clubs it could possibly derail the rest of your season. Some players will get a bit confused or unsure about the future, if the project's going to end, this, that, the other. But because of the nature of Liverpool Football Club, I think it was almost strategic and perfectly planned out that Klopp announcing his exit is going to make Anfield an absolute fortress. The players are going to get behind Jurgen Klopp. The fans are going to be absolutely unbearable, but for your side of things, it'll work in your favor. So it's unique to Jurgen Klopp, and it's another testament to the relationship he has with the players and with the club. That it's good. We all know deep down Anfield now is going to be a nightmare to go to between now and the rest of the season. So for those of you that have already been, congratulations. I'm not looking forward to going there now.
Before we go to the first team that's visiting Anfield, because there is one on the board here, GRIZZ. I mean, I was going to ask you top candidate for you, but I think I'd know the answer. So I want to hear 3 names from you that you'd happily see walk through the door in the summer when Jurgen Klopp does hang it up.
Yeah, you already know the first choice of majority Liverpool fans. And not only the fact that he's an ex-player, blah, 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 and all that. He understands the club and what a wonderful player he was as well. But the fact that he's done a magnificent job in Leverkusen, man. Like, I believe they're 5 points clear or 4 points clear of Bayern Munich. And he took over them in the 16th position last season. 16th, and he dragged them to 6th. Matisse and SAEED should know this, Football Focus, boys. He's done a magnificent job for that club. And he's got that knack of improving players, which Jurgen Klopp has, and giving chance to youngsters, which Jurgen Klopp does. So I think in every way, he's going to tick a lot of boxes for people that are going to look into the team, into the new coach. But okay, 2 points clear of Bayern.
Maybe last week it was 7, I think, at one point.
They drew.
Bayern had a game in hand midweek. They won, and then Leverkusen and dropped points on Saturday.
And this is without his mate. And this is without his big boy Boniface who's injured. You know,
Yeah.
so he's done a wonderful job. De Zerbi's in the chat.
What about Steven Gerrard?
This Gerard's kicking himself, you know.
But do you know how timelines are mad though?
Give
It
it to
should have been
Gerrard, man.
Gerrard. He should have been the shoe-in.
But check this, guys. Football's mad, isn't it? Like if this timeline was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago,
Yeah.
Would be
everyone would have
Gerrard.
been seeing Gerrard because the job he's doing at maybe early Villa and the Rangers, whatever. But now he's like,
Yeah, but that drop off would have been mad, bro.
it's
Like,
mad how timelines change.
we don't need to have a conversation about English coaches right now from that generation of players.
Well, there
Like,
is
where they actually are right now in their
Not
coaching.
English
It's
coach,
not,
I was
it's not looking good.
the hot take, guys, that the data team and the Liverpool sort of hierarchy have got a liking to. He's not. I don't think he's become Liverpool manager, but it's mad, isn't it? Thomas Frank has been mentioned. You know, it's because of it's madness. But you
That's
know,
disrespectful.
I think it's going to be one of De Zerbi or Alonso. But I'll be shocked and amazed if it ain't Alonso.
What about Nagelsmann? Because he could be available after the Euros. He could be someone that potentially.
So there's two coaches that will be free and available, and that will be the Sporting Lisbon one, Amorim, who's highly thought of as well, and Nagelsmann, who I believe his contract is ending. Is it Saeed? Is that what you were saying? I think his
I
contract.
think he's only on like a short-term contract. Yeah, short-term contract.
His contract will be thing, but we're definitely not going to go down the route of a Zidane or Ancelotti or elder guy. We're not going to go down that route. We're going to go down the route of another youngish, 45, 50-year-old, something like that.
Is there an argument that you can squeeze a couple more big trophies out of this? Because Salah and Van Dijk, they're getting on a bit. So a young manager, I assume that comes with a bit of time to get their methods in. By that time, transition from Salah or Van Dijk. Maybe when you said Zidane, I never entertained it, but Zidane comes across so far from what he's done. He's a finisher manager. He's going to come in, experienced players. He'll put them together. He'll knit it well, and then he'll bag you a trophy. Are you happy to potentially risk the last couple of years of Salah, Van Dijk not fizzling out, because them sort of players will never fizzle out? But
this is a massive conversation that we've been having. Go and check out Football Carnage. We had it on the Red Fellas last night. About, I didn't have it, but the guys had it, about where our target, what's going to be the target for the new coach? Like, we can't start again, but in a way it's going to be starting again, because let's not forget, guys, not only Jurgen Klopp's left, but he's taking all the backroom staff going as well. Both assistants,
Pep Linders.
And both assistants and most crucially, the sporting director. I think that's going to have to be imperative, who we sign or who we appoint, I should say. And that's going to be done first, because we all know Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, we all know how important, how crucial that role is to all of our clubs. It's got to align. Our most glorious period was when Edwards and Klopp were singing from the same hymn sheet. And you guys know, when your managers went, correct me if I'm wrong, your sporting director still stayed. Is that right? When your main guys, that's where the mix-up comes. When some of your staff stay, some of the staff go. We've decided to make it a clean slate. So hopefully, you know what I mean? It's exciting, but scary times as well.
Worried about the fallout with Van Dijk? Well, not necessarily Van Dijk's comments, but let's say Trent, his contract 2020.
Nah. He's Van Dijk's obviously in this day and age of clickbait. Van Dijk's full comments were like, what he was trying to imply is, what if the new regime don't want me? He's very happy at Liverpool. He ain't getting nowhere at this age. Definitely not Trent. But Van Dijk was just saying, and it's right. When you've got a new manager, new sporting director, new direction, he does want some form of, but imagine it was Xabi Alonso. You think Virgil van Dijk's going to say,
I'm not calling on Trent because he's going to be captain and he's scouts and whatnot. But Van Dijk, Real Madrid come calling in the summer, opportunity to finish the career off in a different way. He's won everything he needs to win. You don't think he'd be tempted?
Football, what we've learned amongst us is you never say never to anything. I would be crazy shocked if Virgil van Dijk didn't stay at Liverpool and extend. The only one there's going to be huge doubts about now and whatever is going to be Mohamed Salah situation. But let's see how that resolves itself.
Do you think that sorry, say, but just on this subject, do you think that let's say Van Dijk contract extension is announced before Trent's one is sorted out? Do you think, because how old is Trent? What, 26, 27?
No, he's younger.
25, 24?
Yeah,
25, I think he is. 25.
I'll check. Yeah,
I've given up on dates, man. Allow me in it.
25. It must be 24, 25.
He's 20. He's 25. He's not younger.
Do you think that if Van Dijk re-signs the contract, that's your captain for the next 3-4 years? Do you think that plays a part in Trent's decision? If he knows that he's not going to be captain, in the next 2-3 years, why wouldn't I go to a Real Madrid or a? Is that a big part to play in it in his negotiation, or you think he'll be all right with it without it?
Nah, I think he'll be all right with it. I think he knows that. Let's say even Virgil signs another extension, a 1 year. He's still got 18 months. It's not like he's getting into his last year. He's got 18 months. Let's say he extends that for another year. That's 2.5 years. He's already. I think he's 31.
He's 33. So this is what I was going to add, right? No, he's going to be 30. He's going to be 33 in July. So this is his last chance, really, to make a move this summer.
He ain't going to go move now, man.
If he doesn't move now, he's not moving. Yeah.
But no, I don't think
he retires at Liverpool, man. He retires.
Yeah, and I think Trent knows that as well. They've got a brilliant bond and relationship, and this is down to Klopp again. It's that man Klopp who's made this, bond and relationship. And how many weeks and weeks and weeks we talk about football identity and football philosophy from our coaches. Oh, this man ain't showing no. Like, did you guys? I don't know if you guys saw Norwich. We had 4 academy players on that pitch, and so none of only our front 3 were playing like our first choice. Not even first choice because Mohamed Salah's not there, but and Diaz was on the bench. And if you saw that Liverpool team, if you fell out from space, and you wanted to know what Jurgen Klopp's footballing philosophy was, you'd still be able to tell. And that's madness, with that team. And that's what he's instilled. And that's why we talk about other coaches that haven't managed to do that at certain clubs. You know what I mean? No names. But and that's the beauty of this guy, man. He's instilled his philosophy from the top to the very bottom. You watch our reserve teams, you watch our under-21s, whatever, we all play that way. And that was mad, ferocious pressing. It was only Norwich. I'm not talking about the opposition. It was only... With all due respect to Norwich, it was only Norwich, but it was 4 academy players and a whole heap of squad players for Liverpool, and they played the Jurgen Klopp way. So that was mad, man. I'm gonna be. I wasn't overly emotional because my emotions were mad anyway because of my gran, but I can sense as the weeks go on and the months go on, I'm gonna get hella emotional about this guy again. Grown man, grown man.
Can I do want to get into super chats because then we've got Anfield, Liverpool, Chelsea to talk about. So Liverpool's going to be the topic for a little while longer. But I saw a couple of things in the live chat that made me think, let me ask this question, why not? Leaving out Pep, if you could take a manager from the other 4 of the big six clubs, who would it be?
Ange.
Yeah, thought so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ange. You're Toby, man.
Away.
Where you at, man?
And straight away.
You praise that.
Yeah. There's praise, man. Come on.
Yeah,
when it's time to banter and jokes, you know what I mean?
It's got to make some pie.
Yeah. I mean, stylistically, it will be Arteta. I've said this before as well to you, Turkish. Remember, me and you have spoken, and I've said stylistically, footballing philosophy-wise,
I don't know. I feel like Pochettino's closer to what you're.
No. It's definitely Arteta.
Calm down over there, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
What do you mean calm down over there? What's your manager?
Your manager is on a good road.
Relax, bro. Just relax, bro.
He's got
Do you know what?
coming up.
Do you know what? No. Footballing wise, I'm actually convinced it's Arteta. Actually, convinced it's Arteta.
I think it's more. Surely it's more with the pressing style and the fact that you guys, what you've been doing on the club, it's probably Ange. If I'm being honest with you, footballing style and whatnot. You don't think so? No. Okay.
And I've been saying it for years. As well. But I just, because I'm so used to Klopp's charisma and larger than life character and one-liners and sayings, and the whole atmosphere and the whole vibes he brings. I
And
don't
just
like
the
what
geezer.
and brings that.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
geezer.
So that's why I'd say
when
Ange.
Andrew was at Celtic, I always felt the next club level up wise that would suit him, you know, ethos wise, was Liverpool Football Club. Because if you watch the connection he grew with Celtic and his love with the fans and the ultras, you know, the Cop M type thing, it mirrors the relationship that Klopp built with Liverpool.
It's interesting though, guys. I mean, I know Toby's. I don't know what Toby's doing, but I'd like to get his opinion when he comes. Just hypothetically speaking, if Liverpool come calling,
Oh no!
Yeah, of course he leaves, bro.
he's saying no. He's saying course. What you
Of
say?
course he leaves.
If
I reckon he leaves.
He'd be silly
I don't-
not to.
I don't think Levy. I think Levy would.
He was a Liverpool fan when he grew up.
Yeah, but I think Levy is all about the money. He would not worry about losing Ange as long as he's compensated proper.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what they should. But
Yeah, but once your manager wants to leave, though, do you want that man running your club like this? Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Would he
Do you
go,
wanna-
Turkish? What do you think?
I think he would. I think I think he would. He must know what Liverpool's about globally, you know. So I think he would. Easy. You
Interesting.
might not get that chance again. You
I
know?
want to know what you guys think, though. Like, as in, who should? Like, what do you think of the names I've just given you? De Zerbi.
If it was last
Amorim,
year, oh, gone. There's a
Not
who else
Xabi
is
Alonso. I think it's too soon, man. Too soon for Xabi Alonso for me. I look at, he's doing well at his
definitely
first
the one
job
then.
though.
Yes, he's definitely the one.
I don't know about
Oh,
this.
okay.
I don't know about this either.
We got it. We got the right man.
from a personal, like, you know, looking at what Liverpool are doing and Pep's still in the league, I think Zidane's a very, very valid option. I don't see what, you know.
You got to
I
ask
don't
his
see-
wife first, man. His wife's got to agree to that first, man. But I don't know. He likes to be in settled squads, though, man. Look at him winning Real Madrid, settled squad. Is he ready for a rebuild? Is he that sort of manager for a rebuild? I'm not sure he is, man. I'll be honest
He's
with you.
too picky, man.
Might
He's
be-
like one of
this
them.
might be a
Liverpool won't
title-winning
win the
side,
budget,
though.
man.
They could win the title this season. Is it? How much
he's-
rebuild?
he's-
yeah, but it's like,
He's not gonna live like he wants sun. It's not just about the team; it's the weather, it's everything, man. This guy's too
Yeah.
picky. He doesn't like his foods to touch. You know when you got a young kid and they don't want the foods to touch. This is what he is, man. You just have.
you
to
know when
be
you
like,
say, you know when
this
you
guy
know when
to
you
his
say
own device.
Turkish is a
Interesting.
title-winning squad. You know, Fergie's was a title-winning squad, but look at how much it decimated after him. You know,
Yeah,
Klopp
yeah,
was the
true,
reason
true.
why it's holding on. Fergie was the reason why it's holding on. Another guy has to then the dynamics change, and that's why you need to have the right relevant person for it.
I want to ask you though, guys. I know. Sorry, we'll move on very quickly. But do you think, like, this is it? Klopp is a crumbler. Like now, it's going to crumble now after him.
I think,
I'm interested to know,
I
actually.
think you'll feel it. I think you'll feel it. I don't think you crumble because I think what he's done to keep up with one of the greatest, if not the greatest manager of all time, is mad. And I think
The greatest manager. I've said it. He's the greatest.
once
manager
you
of all
put
time, I
Pep
think.
aside, the pool you're working with in terms of teams and managers, you know, a good decision from Liverpool managerial wise, someone that comes in and hits the ground running, you maintain what you are now, in my opinion.
Interesting.
The drop off is there regardless. You're definitely gonna have to hold that for sure
Mhm.
next season.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear it.
But you lot bounce back well, though. You've had seasons where you've been poor, and then the next season you're back to.
But that's
nearly
because
a
of
good-
him, man. It's a lot to do with him. So
Yeah.
I'm scared
Yeah.
as well as I'm not excited. There's no excitement that he's going, and I'm interested. Like it's intriguing,
Definitely intriguing.
fascinated. Yeah, fascinated, intrigued, but not. I wouldn't say excited. But there's a lot of fear that, like you say, it could
What I
go
would
mad.
say, Grizz, is whoever takes the job has got big minerals, man. It's big boots
Yeah.
to fill. Like who wants to take that risk? Who out there has the balls to take that risk? Because you do run the risk of being the next David Moyes. You know, he was that kind of deserby up and coming manager people speak highly of. Goes to Man United, poo. Do you know what I mean? Absolute flop. Does anybody want to take that risk? I don't know. You
Every
find
manager,
someone-
every manager is going to want that job. Let's be real.
No, but Tobes,
Yeah.
look what he's saying though. Like,
No, I get what you're saying.
That was
They don't wanna
Ferguson's
comprom-
recommendation, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
They
you want to be the
don't
guy
wanna-
after
they don't wanna-
Klopp. You want to be the guy that took off.
Klopp said he's
after-
going to be quiet. Yeah. Klopp
They don't
said
want to
he's not gonna-
compromise. I get it. They don't want to compromise their rep because they could come after Klopp and then it's like, okay, cool, it goes tits up. But they could also look at it on the flip side and say, you know what, Jurgen Klopp has laid solid enough foundation that if a manager was picking up the Liverpool team of last season with Fabinho, with Henderson, etc., I would understand it. But a new manager is going to come in and he's picking up a team that Jurgen Klopp has already started the rebuild process with. And of course, the futures of a couple of players like Salah, Van Dijk, Trent in the air. Obviously, I expect Trent to stay, but you never know. Madrid could come calling, and Van Dijk and Salah. I feel like Salah will go, but the point I'm making is you're not starting from a really, really poor slate. Like you look at David Moyes at Man United, the team he picked up was cack, bro. The team was on its knees. It was.
That's what I'm saying. It was max. They didn't back him as well, and that's another thing you got to do. You got to back the guys coming in as well.
He wanted Fellaini, innit? They tried to get him Thiago, so
the team was dead.
He wanted Thiago Cruz, Fabregas apparently. Man said all sorts of names, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, but I don't know how much he had that pull, but you know what I mean. It was one. To be fair, with David Moyes though, like it was never going to work, man. The players are just respect him, man. Come on, man. Is showing clips of Jagielka and that to Rio Ferdinand. I'm like, yo, that's the standard. Yo, come on, man. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? So
it's standing.
I'm gonna get into super chats, but Toes, when you went away earlier, I think Grizz wanted to ask you, but if Liverpool came knocking for Ange, do you think he goes in the summer?
Apparently, he's a Liverpool fan. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that like Spurs are this.
It was hypothetical. I was just pointing it out.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical. I don't know. If the rumors are true that he's a big Liverpool fan, and of course Liverpool, a big club, offering you X, Y, and Z, I think it would be a tempting offer. I don't know whether he will join or not, but like the cynic in me is thinking, why would he turf Spurs? Why would he stay at Spurs if Liverpool came calling? Like that's just the sad reality. Obviously, I wouldn't want it to happen, and I do think there's a lot that is going in our favor. And I would hope that the job that he started now, he wants to see that through to completion. But I would be lying to myself if I didn't really like understand that would be problematic if Liverpool were to approach Ange. It would be problematic. Absolutely.
That's the pinnacle for him, probably. You know, if he's a Liverpool fan, that's probably the pinnacle for him. So,
cool. Let's get into the super chats now because we've got a few, and then back to Liverpool because Chelsea are coming to Anfield, first team up. Super chat saved here. Elisa with a few, so I'm going to get these in first. Big up Elisa, big super chats. And love for the love, my guy, always supporting the show. And what link up Sunday for the Liverpool game? He says football is ultimately entertainment, and we can't lose sight of that. These managers give up life with loved ones and basic life comforts we take for granted in order to bring joy to our lives. I don't think this is respected enough in general. Yeah, when you take a step back. Yeah, when you take a step back. He also adds, Grizz, you worried about uncertainty around Trent, Virgil and Salah, with all having 1 year left on their contract in the summer. Also, my condolences, best wishes to you and the fam. I think we did touch on that, Elisa.
Thank you for the best wishes, Elisa, man. Thank you. But yeah, look, like pretty much like what Toby said about Ange and Liverpool. We don't know what, you know what I mean, what these guys are actually thinking now. Their main man's gone, right? Like Klopp is the main man in their careers, so only they will know what kind of feelings are going through their hearts and heads. But I'd be amazed if Trent and Virgil don't extend. Salah, I don't see it.
That Saudi money might be.
Salah, I think he's gonna go because he was touted to go.
The problem with Salah going is Salah, from what people close to him say, is he doesn't fancy Saudi quite yet, and they're the only ones that come with big boy money, I think, or unless who else will come in for him with big boy money in the other leagues, out of the other teams. He doesn't want to go Saudi yet. That's the only problem.
And he's got another one here again.
And Van Dijk, though. Van Dijk, how old is he now? What, like 32, 33?
32, yeah.
32. So, like, obviously he loves the club, etc., but hypothetical, with 1 year left, with no Jurgen Klopp, I know you say you'd be amazed if he doesn't sign a new deal. I could easily see a world where Van Dijk leaves on a free transfer because it will be his last big contract. I think the only one where I can actually say, you know what, I can see him staying, like, it's Trent, and that's just because of the club,
Well,
the emotional connection, and even he could get snatched. So
I agree with
tricky.
you. I agree with you to a certain extent, but this will show the level of love that they've like gained with this club and the community and everything. So Virgil van Dijk, from what he says and how he feels about the club and being made captain and how proud he feels, he talks about it all the time. He won't go. He won't go.
And Elisa also added De Zerbi to Barca, Alonso to Liverpool, and Pep to bounce before the verdict on the charges. But I think that verdict isn't until 2026. I think the trial date or the verdict date is after the end of his next contract, if I'm not mistaken. So I think, yeah, I don't know whether that's by chance or whether
there's going to be it's going to be a mad merry-go-round in terms of managers this summer. It's a madness.
Yeah.
Earlier, Rainer said he hopes you're well emotionally and rest in peace to your grandma. It's not one I saved, Grizz. KRE says 3 Champions League finals, 3 90+ point seasons, won the lot, grew the culture, all up against the 304 with their 115s. Enjoy the Farmers League, lads.
If he's gone now, City, yeah, man, like Arsenal, like who else is going to stand up? It's got to be Arsenal, realistically. Who else?
Wait, let's
Like
see let's see how this season pans out. Until I can say with confidence that it will be us to step in, or it should be us to step in. Black Mamba says, as a rival,
you having that, Matisse? You having that?
I'm not aware. I'm thinking about Anfield.
Black Mamba says, as a rival, I have nothing but respect for Klopp. He should have had 2 Premier Leagues. He still can. But hopefully he walks away with 0 trophies and it starts with Chelsea. Come on. Jehmal says, all because he couldn't handle 12:30 kickoffs anymore. Yeah.
J-Mel.
AJ says, hey guys, I'm visiting from Toronto. Was wondering if you know where I can get tickets to the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Probably one of the hardest games to get tickets for, let alone now.
Brother, let me tell you now, brother. Let me tell you now, bro. If you're an Arsenal fan, Turkish will tell you. If you're a Liverpool fan, with all due respect, and I love you all, and I know I once said I can sort out someone for Arsenal West Ham accidentally, right? Please stop messaging me. There is no chance of Liverpool tickets. I repeat, there is no chance of Liverpool tickets. I'm so sorry. I can't direct you even in the right way. Because if I direct you to certain mans, they're going to turn around and say $2,000 a ticket. And then you're going to come back to me and say, yo, big man. And I'm going to say, brother, you know what I mean? Price tickets
go to
are
a bar, man. Go to a nice bar with a good TV and food and that. You know what I mean?
After that announcement,
bro, I can't even explain to you. I bought tickets. Check this one out. You know the League Cup final? You know me, and straight away I bought the tickets. I paid. Are you ready? I paid £650 for them.
Mad.
£650 for them.
That's what I'm.
And you know what they're worth now? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, the market's mad. When it's big moments like that, yeah, the market goes mad. I remember last.
No more messages, please. No more.
Yeah. You know
block you.
You know what's difficult as well. Yeah, I could probably sort out Arsenal tickets here and there. But the people are charging extortionate prices, and I don't want my name attached to that.
That's it.
Because that's someone says Turkish charge me this much for no, it's not Turkish. I don't want like. Please, like
it's either you get it at the rate or no.
Yeah,
simple. Yeah, I could send you, I could direct you, but don't come back to me.
Yeah, the headline would be.
I don't like doing that. Bumping your own fans, not for me.
No, you're a real one. You're a real one. Spud me, G. Spud me. You sorted me out once as well, bad boy.
Oh yeah. Frankie says Klopp is a legend. However, I did call every single one of my Liverpool friends, and I said nothing, just to hear their tears drip, drip.
I hear that.
He's showing you some love as well there. A super chat here from a Liverpool fan saying 18-19 we won the Champions League, but in the league we got 97 points and lost 1 game. The game, Etihad, really deep. Liverpool were 1 win away from an invincible. 100-point Premier League winning season with a Champions League.
That would have been the greatest season of all time.
Yeah.
Like you would have beaten everyone's season.
Yeah.
One defeat at Etihad.
Yeah,
Mad.
yeah. The paper doesn't tell the full story of Klopp's era. That's why even in the chat when we were first talking about it, there was a lot of ignorance in terms of what one league title. Listen, I will banter and trust me, I'll use it moving forward. If he leaves with one league title, don't argue with me.
Oh, we will be back. Yeah. I've been on my best behavior today.
On paper, you don't see what went into those seasons. Like you don't see what nearly could have been achieved. Like the perfection was nearly achieved in another sense, the quadruple, literally every.
Did he not nearly do the quadruple twice?
We got 106
nearly
points.
Invincible, nearly quadruple, different seasons.
106 points out of 109. Because it was 2 seasons.
Yeah,
we didn't get a league.
Yeah,
106 points.
I remember reading that somewhere. Yeah.
Do you know how mad that is, people?
You know how stupid that is. Yeah,
that's stupid.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Some of these runs were honestly just like frightening.
Even the
frightening runs.
I'm seeing COVID title, like banter aside, they won the title in January that year. That's one of the earliest any teams literally like basically won the league title, and that goes for every great side that's been in the league. January, February, it was in the bag. Blue Moon says, "Rest in peace to your grandma, Grizz." And on a side note, this is the end of Liverpool's challenging era. It was nice having a fellow big dog. 24-25 will be a top 4 battle.
We will be there.
Coming next season.
Speak soon. Hope you're in that top 4 battle, brother, in those coming years.
Love United, hate the up. Says Trent has won it all at Pool, but he has a year left. His bestie is at Real, so he's going to want to go there too. And they are also in need of a right back. And I think that's it. That's it on the Liverpool stuff. But this one brings us into the next kind of segment. Alberto says, thoroughly enjoyed the pool episode, fellas. If you're wondering what he means by pool. 8-ball pool, billiards, wherever you're tuning in from, we've done it. It was in New York. It took a little while to bring out, but listen, it's out now, and it's
worth the wait, man. Worth the wait.
Such a good video. Oh,
yeah, definitely worth the wait.
So I watched it twice.
No. Listen to me very carefully. After the week I had, and obviously we hadn't communicated much apart from a few bits in the group. I didn't know the video was out even because I haven't been checking messages and whatnot, right? And social media. And then just Sunday night, after the 4 days of mourning were done and everything, and we done the prayers up, I went on YouTube and it was on my thing list, yeah? Guys, go and check it out. I haven't laughed. It made me laugh. For all this mourning and doom and gloom of the week, I watched that video, and watching SAEED and brother Toby and HUGH and Matisse's co-commentary, it is sick. And TURKISH playing the best pool of his life. Wow.
Wow. No. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Yo,
brother.
Do you not killed me? I think when he fumbled it, yeah, because he was on a hot week. When he fumbled it, I literally I grabbed the ball.
Stop talking!
And I rubbed it in his head.
Stop spoiling it, Tobes, man.
Stop talking! Is he so stupid?
Wait! I thought they seen it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, everybody's seen it. Kick him out.
He's so stupid. Me and Turkish. He's so stupid, bro.
You know when a new film drops and only like some people have seen it for the first few days. This guy's like, I haven't seen it.
Why are we just talking? Look what me and Turkish and everyone said. Yeah, oh shit.
It's only been out.
Man told you not to go anywhere, and he went somewhere, bro.
I said don't go anywhere, guy, bro. God damn.
And he smiled doing it. He just
stupid.
Guys, go and watch it. It's some of the best.
Are you watching? Because you got a slot on here.
Come through, bro. Come through.
You're gonna deduct points for that or something.
Wait, deduct points.
Give me my Mondays and Thursday nights back. I'll be happy for it. Yeah. Please.
Come on. I was gonna say. Sorry, go and check it out, guys. It's some of the best content, and a lot of us didn't even remember what was happening anyway ourselves, so we had to watch it once or twice to revive some of the memories. Big up.
100%. Go check that. Is it still pinned in the live chat? If it's not pinned, we'll pin it again. Quaku says rest in peace to Granny Grizz, and he's also asked, are you worried about going back to mid-table? But we've already kind of discussed all of that anyway, and worries, and really it's too early to say anything. And Matthias says, what's with the notion that Premier League fans should be sad about Klopp leaving? I'm not. glad he's leaving. Praying
Yeah.
Pep is next. I want this every year. I mean, there's a difference between like being able to take a step back and talking about and appreciating like what is a great manager, a legend, you know, to many. Am I happy? Yes, but I'd be happier when it's Pep, and that's because they're so great. So I think you also need to be able to take apart your happiness and talk about why you want them gone, and we want them gone, and we're happy because they are great managers, or he is a great manager when we're talking about Jurgen. So we can't dismiss.
By the way,
that.
talking about content, Sophia's football talk said, can we get a bowling version for the Big Six? That'd be sick. And we have discussed that. So we're gonna, that should be fun.
Bowling,
obviously, some of
everything.
us, like Matisse might struggle to carry the ball, but hey,
No,
listen,
no.
Okay. Cue Toby.
Listen.
I don't trust Toby getting angry with a fucking bowling ball in his hand.
Listen. I've been trying to. Now I'm gonna have to do this on the show. I've been trying to call for series table to be installed for the longest because some of us are picking up W's.
Yeah, to be fair,
right?
You're right.
Turkish couple W's, GRIZZ now is a W. So I'm trying to get a table done, like the predictions league, because I've got 2 to my name. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't won anything yet,
any new Chelsea fans as well, man. The Big Six is about to change so much. I don't
He always does too much, that guy.
It's gonna change so much. Brother, are you okay,
bro? We're level.
No, we're not level, bro. Think we're not level, bro. Think we're not level. But calmer. Let's take a step back and then we move forward. One more super chat has come in on the subject. But Ramon says, "Is it ironic that the Spurs fan was the one who played the worst pool in the video?"
I don't play pool. Pool's a shit game, and it's not even a fucking sport, man. People telling me, "Oh, it's a sport." game.
And yeah, the editing on that pool video was legendary. I couldn't stop laughing. Big up THUGGERY. Yes, big up THUGGERY because he's been cooking in the background. And like I said, the link is there. He's pinned it in the live chat. And also,
how did my ball get here? How? It's a battery. This stuff now, man. I'm not playing again. Take this mic off.
Be careful when you're taking the things that. Yeah, there's all still glass around and stuff.
We're actually playing with shards of glass on the table.
How has he done that?
This is what he does! This is what he flipping does!
2 shots, okay? That's my ball. Yeah, no. 2 shots, I said.
there you go. Go
So
check it
bad.
out.
I don't even know. It was harder for me to do that than actually put the ball in. You know, that was
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Why are you so bad at everything? Like, can we have a conversation about this? Because like you're just shocking at everything.
How we played football and pool. What else have we played?
Yeah, but bro, just like you just don't seem to be very coordinated.
Did he do darts the other day?
Yeah.
No, he didn't try.
He didn't even try one.
Grizz, he was too busy telling us it wasn't a real sport. Anything he's shit at, he says isn't a real
It's
sport.
not a real sport.
Foot golf. Yeah.
I know. We have to do a 3-point shootout as well. We should have done that at Rucker Park, man. We should have done that at Rucker Park, but we'll do that. We'll do basketball.
Yeah, I like the basketball, man. I like the basketball.
Yo, listen, Hughie's cold at basketball. I can't lie. Hughie,
They call me Steph Murray,
serious.
man.
Yeah,
Steph Murray, I'm cold with
bro,
that.
that guy.
Steph Murray.
Yeah, yo, that's good. Yeah.
That's a code name.
Yo, he's good. He's good. I can't lie. He's good.
Go check that out, people. But listen, we will continue because we're coming up to an hour. That's the super chats on those subjects done. Courts, I see your super chat here. Saying, yo, my guys, I've got a message. It's too long. And please read it out if possible. Turkish, my prayers are also with you, Grizz, and your family. Love. Matt, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, in the background, can you pin? I was going to say pin. Can you just highlight the comment for me? Or Skull, actually, Skull, I know you're there watching. You go and highlight the comment for me. So I know, which comment he's talking about because he's already sent in a super chat here, but highlight that for me and I can read it out. Courts, big off. If I catch it, I'll highlight it myself. But yeah, Tobes has gone off somewhere, but he's back here now. Matisse, you are the first team at Anfield coming up.
Yeah, it's not good time. It's not good timing. I'm thankful that the Norwich game took place as a little bit of a buffer for the announcement, just to get the first gust of wind out the way. But Yeah, listen, we've drawn this team 7 times in a row. Something's got to change, right? And I have a bad feeling something will change. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the problem with us is we're not clinical. We don't have a striker up front. They've got the best centre back pairing in the league right now. I think it's fair to say Van Dijk and Konate has been an impenetrable brick wall back there, with Alisson as well in goal. I mean, you can't really get a better trio than that right now. And we, for all the nice stuff we do around the box, Broja is not doing very well at the moment, and Palmer as a 9 is not how you get the best out of him. So I have a feeling it will be a good game. I think it'll be a tight game. You know, that's not going to be the deciding factor. It's going to be about finishing, and they've got about they've got 4 attackers, and you know, it only takes 1 or 2 of them to be on having a good day, and then you know you're in a bit of trouble. So Jota's been very clinical lately. Nunes has been playing a lot better recently. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one, man. I'm not even going to lie. It's going to be a very tough game, but I'm looking forward to it though. I don't think we're under a lot of pressure. We need points badly, but I don't think people are expecting us to go there and pick up points. So we, you know, it's not a free hit because we do need to get up the table, but I don't feel like we need to go in there and stress ourselves out too much. We can go in there and just go maybe punch for punch and see what happens, really. So yeah. Does anybody here give us a chance? Probably not.
Nope. No, it's a boring game, but I can't. It's one of the most like dead.
No, it's not. No, that's lazy. Lazy.
No. He just says that.
Yeah, people just say that. People just say that.
Can't lie, man.
The nil-nils in the cup finals were both entertaining games. Bare chances missed. The 2-2 earlier on in the season. There was literally a 2-2 earlier on in the season.
1-1.
People just say that. People just say that it's boring. What's boring is when the games are not competitive and you're getting slapped up. No, was it 2-2? So no, 1-1. It was 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's boring? When it's not competitive and one team's getting slapped up, that's boring. That's boring. Do you know what I mean? This has not been that. This has been competitive. So
I think you've been showing signs of improvement, and we all thought you're going to gradually get better. But yeah, we just can't let any team or anything get in our way right now, especially with Arsenal on the weekend, which is, in my opinion, the most pivotal game before obviously the Man City one. It's the most pivotal game. So, but we just need to do the business on Chelsea, man. No frills. I don't give a shit.
You're kidding me.
What?
This game is on the same time as the Spurs game. Oh,
when is it, though? When's this game?
Yeah,
Sunday.
Wednesday. I really wanted to watch this
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Damn.
Who are you playing?
Who?
Spurs?
Us. Brentford at home.
Oh, I really won that game. Watch this game.
You should have put this game on the Tuesday, or put our game on the Tuesday or something, man.
Don't worry about your game. But yeah, this game's going to be madness. I mean, how SAEED can call it boring is mad. Because
no, I'm not saying the actual. I'm just saying, for me, the last couple of games that I've seen from this fixture have been relative draws, Anfield away. I've just not really liked the actual game as a whole, as a spectacle. That's all it is for me. But let's see what happens in now. It's today.
It's up to Chelsea to not make it a boring game, man. I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
On paper, I would say on paper, and with all the narrative surrounding it, you're expecting Liverpool to maul them. But Chelsea have a chance here to cause an upset, a massive. If Chelsea go to the first league game in Anfield since Klopp announces he's leaving and take something off them. Boy, oh boy. So there's narratives, but it's about how Chelsea,
there is narratives.
What they bring to the game. It's what Chelsea bring to the table. Like if Chelsea are to go and get the first goal and upset Anfield, upset the place, and you know, make a nasty low block or something. I don't know what they're gonna do, what game plan Poch is gonna bring. But there's narratives. I get what Saeed's saying because traditionally your games recently are a bit stale, but
they're not. I genuinely don't think they are. The one at Liverpool last season was the only stale one. The cup finals weren't stale. They were like proper chances and misses and penalty shootout dramas.
The games are good, but the games are good. But in all of these games, how many of these games are Chelsea winning?
They've been 7 draws in a row. You're not listening.
Yeah.
No, but you lost both finals. You lost
on penalties.
Yeah, but you lost. That's the point I'm making. You lost.
This guy, bro, he can't analyze. He cannot. You know, he can't analyze Chelsea properly. He can't.
Of course I can.
He must come with agenda every time.
I'm sick of you and your flipping Army saying this. I watch most of your games. I can analyze you perfectly. What I'm saying to you is you're not winning this
Putting
game.
Yaya Toure above Lampard, your opinion.
Why? He was a better footballer than
Your
let's not go there, innit? Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Don't even start that one before I blam you out your glasses. Please, yeah. If you want to get blammed, just let me know, yeah. Otherwise, I can blam you just like we did the other day with Kevin De Bruyne and Lampard. But you don't want to do that. So if I was you, I'd just chill over there, buddy. Yeah. Absolutely. We're talking about this game. I'm not saying you're going to get battered. I'm not saying it's going to be a walkover for Liverpool. I'm saying it's at Anfield. You don't have your first choice striker who's wayward. Your second choice striker is going to be in Azkaban, courtesy of Van Dijk and Konate. Liverpool are the home side. I can't even remember the last time Liverpool have lost a game at Anfield. I can't really see anything other than a Liverpool win. And I'm not saying it's going to be a battering. I feel like with Chelsea games, they're quite close, but I can see Liverpool edging this one, like a 2-1 or a 3-1 or 2-0. Like, I don't see where's the bad analysis and what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That's exactly what I said. I'm saying
what was
you saying that we haven't won recently when Liverpool have not really beaten us either.
I only said that to dispute the whole, this game, like it's a game of narratives, etc., etc. And I'm saying that for all the excitement, for all the closely fought games, Chelsea aren't the victors, right? It's either a draw or Liverpool win for the most part. So what I'm saying is, when you're going to Anfield, with all due respect, I don't see you getting 3 points in this game. I don't even see you getting a point. That's what I'm saying. What is so bad about what I've said?
Nothing.
Well, to be fair though, Chelsea this season have risen in the big six fixtures. They have, so they're capable of going there and turning up based off their form in the big games this season. But I don't know. It's hard to predict. Like,
it'll be a shock.
Who are the one this season? Big six games.
Us, and that was 9 men.
Oh,
9 men.
They drew.
Saeed knew that. Saeed knew that.
No, because I was like, yo, Huey, where you going with? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what games they won. I can't lie.
No, it's relative. It's relative to their performances and their standard over the course of the season so far. In the big six fixtures, they tend to put in a better performance. They drew 4-4 with us. They beat Tottenham. How did they do against Arsenal or you? I don't know.
They drew to Arsenal 2-2. They lost to Man United at Old Trafford. It should have been battered, to be honest. And I can't remember the other team.
Tobes.
They should have. Are we going to pretend that Man United didn't cook them that game?
Well, it should have been 4-5.
They had chances. Don't get me wrong. Matisse came here and was talking about how it was a disgraceful performance. These are his words.
Yeah, United have been shit this season, so it makes sense, to be honest. He said we do well against good teams. You have to listen.
I'm not saying, but
I'm
not saying that
Chelsea Villa performance in there or something.
Look at this shameless man.
You're gonna be competitive.
This shameless man.
What was our result against Villa, man? Throw them in.
You lost
to Villa. You lost to Villa.
Oh, we was down 10 men. We was down 10 men, I think.
Gusto got sent off. Watkins scored.
So why did you ask then?
We just drew them recently. That's the game I'm talking about.
Wow. So, I'm saying Chelsea are finished, you know.
Are you banking a draw with Villa at home?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's talking about performances against good teams. Do you know what I mean? He's not talking about just any old.
I didn't say you're playing bad. Where did I say that you're playing bad in these games?
Man claimed a draw against Villa.
I'm so confused.
I'd rather, bro, draw with Villa than draw with United, bro. I don't respect United just because I lost them. Doesn't mean I respect them.
But it's not. I'm not here to ask you for respect. I'm just letting you know the facts that your record against top six.
We'll get to you about Newport County.
Bro, don't worry about we'll get to me. But here's where you need to acknowledge where your team's at.
Against sheriffs in America.
You need to acknowledge where your team's at, bro. That's all it is. Acceptance is key in life. Yeah.
Look, I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you lot are building up this narrative that it's going to be, to use Toby's words, in the right context, blamming.
Yeah. I didn't say it's going to be a blamming.
No. I'm saying these lot. The rest of them are making out.
Man. GRIZZ don't want the expectation, man. That's the problem.
Let's not go back there.
You know what I mean? GRIZZ, you don't want the expectation, innit? When we say Liverpool should smash a team or whatnot, you just say, nah, man, it's cool, man. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, you just try.
Often, a majority of the time, I'm right, because football doesn't work like that. How many 7-0s, 5-0s do you get every week? You don't get. Football doesn't work like that. I'm not a kid.
No, but it doesn't have to be 7-0, 5-0 though.
Well, exactly. We dominate most teams, and I'm happy with dominating teams and just getting 3 points. And that's what I want in this game. I don't want no mercy shown. I want the crowd to be there. I'm gonna be there. I can't wait. I'm actually excited to go and hope it doesn't backfire on me. Usually when I'm overly excited, shit happens, man. You know what I mean? So I'm overly excited. I'm gonna be there. The atmosphere it's gonna be sensational atmosphere. And if we get an early goal, yeah, it could be a fun night. But the longer it goes and the tension and the pressure of Man City, you know, it's because every game is a must. Every game is a must. And that pressure will remain every game to the end of the season now.
One super.
Do you think this is almost like the starter before the main course? You know what I mean? Like, you got...
Nah, I'm looking at main courses only, brother. Every game is a main course for me. I ain't got bigger fish to fry. Every when I go to the fish and chip shop, brother, same size as you gave me last week. That's it. No small fish, no large fish. Same fish.
Smart.
Same fish.
I you love chicken burgers.
Nuggets and
okay, same chicken burger. You know me. I go to the chicken shop and order the same fucking meal. That's me for the end of the season. Every game is the same chicken burger standard.
Did you see the bit in the pool? I know. I clocked you.
That was buff, though. That chicken burger was banging. Shout Chick-fil-A if they want to sponsor us or something.
Yo, listen, that threw up his head, man. That threw up his head.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
No, brother, I'm talking fish, man. Are you not doing childish ones?
Not me, bro. Not me.
Turkish. Is this Turkish?
What are you doing in the comments? What's this? What is the same size as you gave me last week?
What's community, bro? How do you think we build a community? Not by ignoring them. We conversate, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, but what's that in response to?
Bro, they're doing them pause ones, innit? They're doing them pause ones, innit?
The show? Are you just?
They're doing them pause ones, innit, Tobes? They're doing pause ones.
You was blaming Matisse last week, and Grizz
oh shit!
You're Turkish. You don't need to repeat that.
Bro, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm saying what is it in response to? That's what I asked. I don't know why you lot are so angry about what I'm saying. I'm not getting at you. Is it because I get at you guys so much that everything I say, you man automatically think, oh my god, Tobes is getting at me.
To be fair, me and Hugh,
what are you responding
angry,
to?
To be fair. Yeah.
Jeez Louise, bro.
Toby,
think he's angry, innit?
Toby, let's stop.
I'm not even angry. I'm smiling, bro.
He still don't get it. He still don't get it.
I know he still don't get it. Toby, it's a couple of pauses that they're having fun with.
Talk after, bro. Just calm down, bro. You're the one. You're the aggressive one, bro.
I'm not aggressive. I'm just asking. I didn't know.
You're not aggressive. Oh,
no, I'm saying I'm not being aggressive right now. I just didn't know the context. It's fine. Don't tell me. It's all good.
I've got to say Petrovic is gonna be massive in this game as well. I forgot to mention him, but this guy right
you know
now,
what I like him, he is
on
competent
form.
keeper, man.
Who was again?
Petrovic right now in goal. This guy must have cost like 13 million. He's on form right now, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how we plucked this one out, but again, looks like some very good scouting, him and Gusto, and he's playing very well.
He has a stinker, man. Hope he has a stinker.
No, but the way he's playing, man, I wouldn't. Yeah, man, he's not playing like he would pull a stink like Onana and that. This guy's like a proper steady Eddie. You know what I mean? Make some crucial saves. You know what? How old is he, by the way? Is he young or is he like?
Yeah, he's young. Of course he is. You know what the policy is. His brother's another child.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
I don't even know how old he is.
Man said, you know the policy.
Yeah, you know the policy, bro. Like, come on. This is all we do.
Nah, it's
20. Yeah, it's 24. He's young. For a goalkeeper, he's very young.
Do you know what is, Matisse? Yeah. I hate the fact that you got nothing to lose type scenario. You're not going down. You
want Europe, man.
Nah.
The whole world's eyes on Klopp and the occasion and everything.
Wise, it's all on you.
Yeah, and you've got certain players that are rate still. You know what I mean? So it could be peak. No Action Jackson for you. You know what I mean?
The team is so half baked. No Jackson.
But that's my point. But I like that. I'm using that. I think that's good for you lot.
I wish he was coming with full strength.
I wish Action Jackson was playing. Honestly, I know how rubbish he is. I wish he was playing. So
people are saying like, have chest.
Nkunku's better.
Where it's like when Tobes has 12 injuries or 12 injuries and suspensions, he doesn't have full chest. People understand the context. When GRIZZ has got 10 injuries or 11 injuries, people understand the context. He doesn't need to come full chest. Oh, we got problems, guys. It's not going to be easy. When my team consistently all season has had 10 to 12 people missing every single game, people are like, where's the chest? What do you mean, where's the chest? I got Breuer up front. Do you know what I mean? No,
to be fair, you have no chest anyway, physically. So
Yo, Turkish, can we remove him permanently, man? It's brilliant.
No, I just wanted to clarify. You have no chest to.
You know what?
to
Yeah.
put forward.
When I keep telling you, when you fizzle out as an old man, you're finished.
All right,
That's
cool.
it. Done.
Calma.
You're
You're
finished.
showing-
Remember, we
If
done
I'm
that.
fizzling out,
Finished.
you're gonna be way for
You're-
Finn. The wind's
Bro,
gonna
all
blow
these
and you're gonna
muscles-
snap in half.
All
You're
these
gonna be way
muscles
for Finn, bro.
are temporary. They're not
All right,
permanent.
cool.
Finished.
Cool.
Let's move on to actually before we move on to predictions, because we're hour 15 and we still haven't predicted one game. Alex says, quote, your second choice striker is going to be in Azkaban because of Konate and Van Dijk. Tobes, that was hilarious. And this one here from Ryan saying, big up the big six. Grizz, it's good to have you back this week, man. Sorry for your loss. Matisse, I need your Chelsea to do Arsenal a favour. Tobes, I hope Toney dunks on you lot Wednesday as well. Big up Ryan, my guy. Come on.
You shouldn't, as an Arsenal fan, you shouldn't reminding me that this is for you, because otherwise I'll just bail out now. Do you understand? Don't draw any attention to yourselves on this game, please. Just stay quiet.
Look at how he's asking people to do his dirty work for him. Oh, I hope Toney dunks in you. Oh, Matisse, do us a favor. No, brother. Tell your team to do themselves a favor and start winning some damn games. Yeah.
Yep. Facts.
Yes,
Like, you lot need to start winning some damn trophies.
I agree, brother. I fully agree. We do need to start winning some trophies.
That sounds like a segue to me.
It does, but we got predictions to do. That's why this segment needs to be paused and renewed come predictions. It's been a little while since I brought out the table because of the FA Cup weekend. So let me bring up the table now. Grizz, look away, please. This ain't the time for you.
Really no need.
Tobes, top 93 points. I'm in second. Saeed's in third. Matisse is in fourth. Hugh's in fifth. Grizz is in sixth. No update because of the FA Cup, so no point going through them individually. If you're watching here live, you can see it. If you're watching it after, you can see it. If you're listening on the audio platforms, that's the order, people. That's the order we're going to predict in. So, Tobes, Liverpool, Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. 2-1, yeah. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. Saeed.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool.
Matisse.
Yeah.
I need points in this table. I'll go 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah. Get over here.
Hugh.
3-0 Liverpool.
And Grizz.
2-1.
2-1. So all predictions in. Grizz, Tobes, Matisse have gone 2-1. I've gone 3-1. Saeed's gone 2-0, and Hugh's gone 3-0. All wins. All wins. The comments.
Something always fucks up when we do that, man. When we do all wins.
Why do people go mad if you predict that your team's gonna lose? If people are going
because you know these guys want to get angry, but then when I'm eating chips, yeah, hot chili chips, they're not here to help me. Do you know what I mean? When I'm out here throwing up on the floor and shit, do you know what I mean? They're nowhere to be found. So this is a prediction, you know, a prediction table. It's time to predict.
Come man.
Come on. All right, that's that one out the way. Even though Ryan touched it on Tottenham at the end there, I want to move on to Wolves United because of the whole Rashford stuff. We have a super chat here saying, Saeed, what is going on with Rashford and his disciplinary? So we might as well move over to United and then on to Wolves, Saeed. But yeah, Rashford.
Yeah, man. Listen, he went out on Wednesday night, which I don't mind, to be honest with you, what people do in their spare time. But then he was found out to be out on Thursday night as well, which obviously didn't work out because then he was reported ill for training on Friday. So obviously everyone's then thinking, hold on a minute, you know what I mean? Man's out on a Thursday night. If he's not ready for training on a Friday, is it really illness? Or has he been out and has obviously had a few drinks and whatnot and not bothered to come out on the Friday training? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's that bit there, like coming out and basically saying that you're ill in it. And for me, I don't believe that personally. For me, I think he's blagging it and he's not come for training. I don't think he's on form personally. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think he should not ask at the minute. I think his attitude's all wrong. He's come out here after the goal and doing that to the fans here. You know what I mean? After scoring his second goal in how many games? I don't know, man. I just think for me, he's getting a bit too arrogant for me. You know what I mean? He thinks he's made it. I've always said for me, I think he's the average footballer. You get me? And right now, I want to see a bit of energy. And today, we found out that, listen, Rashford's got the club on locks, man. Rashford's the face of Manchester United. He's the poster boy. And they've just given him a slap on the wrist. He should not be playing against Wolves. Like, real talk. Like, I don't understand how this guy can do what he did, and then just be saying, yo, it's going to be a discipline, and then that's it. It's contention for Wolves. For me, it shouldn't happen. You get me? We've seen other energy for other players. I won't go into mention on that one because it'll probably rattle the chat. But like I said, Rashford's got the club on locks. It is what it is, and you get me? I would have thought Ten Hag would have had a bit more about him, but right now, he's in survival mode. He can't have more things going out in the press. I think they just wanted to put it to bed. I think they wanted to put the whole situation to bed and just kind of like not let the media get, you know what I mean, with the story. Oh, is he getting suspended? What's happening on Wednesday? They wanted to put the story to bed. But for me personally, my opinion is that Rashford should not be in contention for Wolves. You know what I mean? That game, we should have been dropped from the squad, been told to stay home or whatever. And then we go from there. But you get me, slapping the wrist. I think he got fined 2 weeks' wages. You get me? So it is what it is. But yeah, sorry, say that again.
Do you think this comes? Obviously, we had a situation with Oba where he came late to a game. I think it was suspended, or he missed that game, and then it happened again months later. But then, you know, when I look back at that moment, that was probably the beginning of the end for him. Does that feeling resonate with you, or do you think with that new contract that Rashford
he's locked in?
Want to go anywhere?
Nah, he's locked in. That contract is the highest earner at the club. No, actually, a couple of others, but he's on big wages anyway. I think he's on like what 350k a week plus. So he's on big wages. He's the poster boy. You know, he's the face of the club. He's Mac born and bred. So I feel like he's going to be one that's protected the most at the football club. Like it's happened in the past, you know, with him putting out statements or whatnot. Like he's always been that kind of guy that I think for me, the club will, because at the end of the day, the club took his word for it. And it was only the Athletic that found out and actually reported that, you know what, he was out on the Thursday night. So did they kind of almost take his word for granted and left it like that? I wanted to protect him. Or, you know, did they not do their due diligence, which is, again, a bit of a scary thought because, you know, they need to do that. But ultimately, I think he's going to stay. You know, we need to, we're going into this new era now where we don't want to be having player FC and whatnot. Like that has to be stopped in it. So I feel like for me, in that aspect, there should have been a bigger stance for me on this one. But I look at Ten Hag, I look at the fact that he's obviously worried about his job and he doesn't want no more drama. Or does he have his favourites? Let's be real. Like I've said it from day one, he does have his favourites. It only took for a while for Rashford to be actually dropped from the team when he was out of form. And then he brought on Garnacho. So, I don't know, man. I just think for me, Rashford's took liberties. I don't think he really, you know what I mean, his heart's in it anymore. You don't really have desire for me personally. I've seen him at the stadium. He doesn't press, doesn't really track back enough for me. And then obviously he's saying that to the fans, you know what I mean, stop talking about me. When in reality, we have to talk about you. You're underperforming. You're now on a big contract. We then have to talk about even more so. So that's where my head's at. You know me, I don't really rate Rashford. If he was sold in the summer, I wouldn't be bothered. But fans, you know what I mean, they rate him. And
yeah, but this is not about rating. This is not about rating. And I need to chime in here because I think it's a disgrace. I think it's it's a proper... It depicts your club. That's just an example of where you are with your club. How many times do we just keep talking about these star players and we've talked about the ones that have gone and the way this guy's getting treated? It's not about rating him. Even if he's your best player, the reason or the state of your club is why it is because of players. Of course, we've spoken about the coaches, whatever, but it's because of the players. And if you're partying, oh man, I don't even want to get into it before people start saying, oh, you can do what you want. Fuck off. You can do what you want when you're not a professional football player playing shit for the best part of what, how many months and whatever. But you're getting paid big up wages to perform on the football pitch, and you're not doing that. And then you're not turning up for training because allegedly you're unwell. Well, you're going to be unwell if you've been on the piss for 2 nights. I haven't been on the piss for 2 nights, so I wouldn't know. But Tobs, he'd be in no state to train, right?
Pardon?
Pardon. Right, I'm just saying, if you've been on the piss for 2 nights in a row, You know what I mean? And then you got training the following morning.
You ain't training, Chris.
You ain't training. Yeah. I know that. So
Yeah,
that's why.
So this is just indicative of the state of the club right now. It's a shambles, and I don't give a shit if he's good or if he's rated or if he's not. And Ten Hag's, this is what I said to you guys. Do you remember what I said? I think Ten Hag is a little bit helpless. He ain't got the all-round authority to actually make these kind of calls. But he needs to.
But he made the call about Sancho, Grizz, didn't he? He made that call about Sancho. I would like to think, look, if I was a Manchester United fan, that Ten Hag wanted to go down the same route with Rashford, not to the same extent and the public beat type thing, but excommunicate him temporarily, at least for the game or the upcoming game. And I'd like to think that it was a board decision to deal with this the way they have, and it was an ownership decision to say, listen, you cannot do that to Rashford. He's far too important to the image of the club. He's far too important that he has to play. He simply has to play, and it's not what Ten Hag wanted. Because if this is what Ten Hag agreed to, it's very, very worrying. If Ten Hag said, yeah, we'll deal with this, fine him 2 weeks, that is extremely worrying and a serious, serious lack of consistency and minerals from the manager. Like this is something that Ten Hag could have used to make a statement. Just moving forward.
But look, not when he has so much impact in terms of sponsors, in terms of commercial.
Nah, you lot of bottle jobs. Absolutely.
Well, there you go, then, innit?
To even hear that as a legitimate reasoning, it just goes to show.
I'm telling you,
this
man.
is why when I see Man United fans in the chat, they're saying, "Oh, how can you say that you'd rather be in Chelsea's position?" This is why. If two teams are doing poorly,
massively.
if two teams are doing poorly and they're not winning and they're not at the top of their game historically, the least you can have is a group of players that are unified and are at least giving their effort. That's the bare minimum. And that's something that you can't say Manchester United have. How many different player dramas are we going to have? Every single other week, Man United have got another player that has gone against the grain, has not done this, not done that, fallen out with the manager. 1 minute is Varane, Dennis, Rashford now. He's got his favourites. There's a difference to who's being treated how, and bruv, it just doesn't make sense. And then you talk about the wages. You guys have got still one of the biggest wage bills in the Premier League. For a team that's not performing, your players are getting paid like they're Premier League winners. And to ship those players out and to get them off the books, people that are talking about how we're going to get this rebuild done. You need to get players out to do that. It's not easy. It's not just about bringing players in. It's about getting players out. Martial's leaving on a free because no one wanted to pay his wages all these years, and he's injury prone. Rashford, unless he's going to actually humble himself off those wages, how are you going to get rid of him?
Man.
So it's not as easy as it sounds. So Man United are going to have to flip that whole squad.
PSG have got something for us, man. PSG. Maybe PSG, because that guy's been talking about it for the most. So maybe
Under
he, when he starts getting
side, they won't get rid of Rashford.
No, they won't. He's too much, man. He's too much. Like he gives
I think
that's
that's where the complacency and the arrogance comes from in Marcus Rashford. I think he knows that he's the poster boy of Manchester United. I think he knows how important he is from a commercial side of things. And look, you look at him, the whole Manc born and bred thing. He's went through the academy. He should be one of the people in the Manchester United dressing room, absolutely determined to get Manchester United back up to a respectable level. He knows fine well when he's going out 2 nights in a row. Look, I have no issue with it. Do your thing. But turn up for training. Do your job. You know what I'm saying? He knows fine well that by him ringing in sick on the Friday saying I can't train, it's going to get out. Someone's going to find out that Marcus Rashford has been out for 2 nights. You're too big a personality. It's never, ever going to stay under wraps. How bad a look is that? How bad an example is that set to the rest of the squad, to young players coming through, that the main man, Mr. Manc born and bred, is out in the piss in Belfast for 2 nights, can ring in sick, and his wrist gets a little bit of a slap. Bro,
embarrassing.
Hugh, can you imagine? You got Kobe Mino, Hoyland, young players, Garnacho, young players, impressionable players that are trying to abide by the rules, trying to be consistent, committed. And then you've got players like Rashford. And then on top of that, you've got players in their prime or coming towards the end, actually, not even in their prime.
But this is the time.
Casemiro, Bruno. And you're not winning trophies with these players?
But you guys,
with this spine?
you guys used to the piss about GRIZZ and why did I jump on the bandwagon with Arteta and whatnot? This is where he turfed mans. This is where he did show. Yeah, man. Aubameyang was like a massive star of Arsenal. The main guy, probably, would you say, at the time, one of the main guys. He didn't take shit. And, this guy, look at the way look what Hughie just said. and it's spot on. This guy's turning up. He's a prima donna. How can you have him
But that's
prima
what I said,
donnas
man.
when you're
He's-
struggling? When you're
Do you
not
know what as
even
well, Grizz? Do you know what as well,
Baseline.
Grizz? It's another sign that there's nobody in the dressing room who really holds the dressing
No.
room together.
Who is
There's
it?
no leader. There's no fear, man. Look, I hate to go back to like old great Man United teams, but can you imagine how say Roy Keane would have reacted? to that?
Jeez.
He would have been like, "Who do you think you are?" The big men in the dressing room, in the big Man United teams, they would have made sure the young lads coming through. They would have made sure, set the example. You don't do these kind of things. This is not the way we do things. It's a total free for all. When your star man, your poster boy, is behaving like that and gets away with it. It's the fact that he gets away with it. Because Ten Hag and the club could have set a massive example here. They could have made a massive statement that we do not let, no matter who you are, star player or not, get away with this type of behavior. And he's got away with it, man. It's crazy. Crazy.
Now,
Pep
listen.
wouldn't allow it. Pep wouldn't allow it. None of these guys would allow that.
None of
No, but he's
Gerrard,
under
Vieira, all of these man, Lampard, John Terry.
Listen,
none of these.
you got to remember, guys. Yeah, this manager is under pressure. Man played a full strength team against Newport, man. Them. Like, so if you're talking about a guy who listen, now you have to come on, man. This is not a laughing joke, man.
No, you did.
Played
You
a
did.
full strength team against Newport.
No, it's a
Then he
laughing
put
a
on-
joke. It is. It's a laughing
Yeah.
joke.
And then he put on 4 defenders on to see out the game. This is a man that's under pressure. He got rattled by Newport saying, "Oh, they only had no chances." I mean, he goes, "What chance did they have?" So he's rattled. He's under pressure, and he's made that decision based on that. He needs a result against Wolves. He knows that Garnacho and Anthony aren't that great. He thinks Rashford can bring him the goal. So listen, he's surviving. Rashford's got the club on locks. It is what it is. We move, but hopefully, Omar Berrada, he comes in the summer and lets people know where I go.
You know,
what I mean, let's be real. He comes in
you-
and lets people know we're not having this.
I
So
think
see you
I
later.
think when I look at it, yeah, I think most of what everyone said is right, like regarding Rashford, like, especially putting it on him because a lot of it is on him, yeah. But I think fans sooner or later, especially new generation fans, have to realize that you are part of the problem too by bigging up some players for very little. That in turn builds their profile. That in turn allows them to pressure clubs into bigger wages, bigger contracts. So really and truly, there's more weight in their social media following than there is on
No, 100%.
on
I
the
agree.
application on the pitch. I think fans have to realize that, and we've got young players as well, and I wish we would as well. Like, you know, realize that you can't put it all on them because you're going to be put in a situation financially where at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you're paying 200, 300 bags to man that.
But I said in the summer though, man.
They're gonna ask for more, and you
No, but you
can't-
know what,
can't
Turkish, yeah?
sustain like that.
No, I hear you, but in the summer, I was like, yo, man, I was saying to people, yeah, like, should Rashford be on this sort of money? And people were saying to me, like, it's pocket watching. I'm not saying it in a way that he don't deserve that money. I'm saying, yo, like, I was questioning whether then he was kind of ambition as a player or he's kind of wanting to be better. Like, would it change? And I was like, yo, it could do, you know, because then he's thinking, man's on this piece and man can do whatever I want to do. So I was apprehensive. I'm not saying I was pocket watching, but I was like, I know Rashford. I know how he is. I know his inconsistency. Is it a risk putting him on net wages? So you get me? Like I've been,
And-
like I said, yeah. Jay knows. 4 years I've been saying, right, I don't really think this guy's a guy, and
That
you know what I
pocket
mean? And it's
watching
one of them
thing,
where,
yeah.
yeah.
Man heard pocket watching when I kept on mentioning 350k, and I was like, listen, I don't care what they make as long as they justify what they make. And if you're the
There you
highest
go.
paid player at my football club, and I expect the same for you at yours, and if you're the highest paid player, I expect the highest output, whether that's goals if you're a striker or forward, whether that's clean sheets and command in the back line if you're a centre back or goalkeeper. And so if you're on the highest money, the most pressure is on you to achieve, to succeed, to lead, to direct, to you know, be the decisive factor. If you're not producing that, I can't believe United are held to ransom by Rashford now. Long gone. Even when Rooney did it a couple times, Rooney still applied himself, but I couldn't believe that he put United in it, and that was Wayne Rooney. Now it's Marcus Rashford. Rashford for me is no better than Walcott was. But he's got an ego of
Lennon. There's Lennon. There's other players. Listen, Lennon was a good winger. Listen, there's so many wingers that I think are better than Rashford. I can't lie, man.
You'll have people in the chat saying,
Oh shit, Lennon Routledge, what are we doing here,
Listen,
people?
man, he ain't better than them.
Routledge is hella disrespectful.
Man, Lennon, them man. I'm telling you, man. Lennon was a
Lennon
good
wasn't better
right
than
back.
Rashford.
You can't
Listen,
do
man.
that.
Lennon,
You can't.
Lennon
None of them, man,
wasn't
bro.
better than
Routledge.
You can't. No.
Who's that
That
And we can
right there.
we can
right there
call a
is
spade a spade
disrespectful.
without being
That's crazy.
disrespectful.
Swansea.
Come on, like
Who's that guy from
if we
Swansea?
let's just be
No, who's
objective.
that?
Let's just
Now
be
you're
objective.
being
Who?
That's too much
So
nostalgia.
your point,
Dyer.
Too much nostalgia for me.
Video, bro.
the Walcott
Javinho
comparison
there,
I
man.
can get because
That's
Walcott
a lot.
scored over 100
Javinho's
goals.
a good comparison. You know?
Javinho's a very
It's
good
not.
comparison.
There's too many,
a
man.
lot
I
of
like that.
It's not at all.
I like that.
It's not at all.
bro.
Come on, be serious. Be
No,
serious.
that's
Anyway,
disrespectful.
I think with Rashford,
It's not.
it's the
You're
thing.
the-
He's the big money
It's
earner.
airline
So it
tax,
comes
bro.
with- it comes with the
Between
territory.
Javinho and Rashford, bro. What's the difference, bro?
Rashford was a better
Bro,
goal
nah, you know
scorer,
what it is,
better
yeah.
player, better big game
You know what-
player. Why are we
You better not-
discussing Rashford
You
v
better not even buy
Javinho?
it,
Come on,
Tobes.
guys.
That's
Like, what are we
outrageous.
doing?
Javinho
Like,
with level,
bro.
go ahead, man.
You better not even.
Okay, but why are you showing him respect when he's so showing disrespect to the club, the
it's not
fans,
about
the
that. I
people,
swear
and
not, it's not
himself?
about that.
No,
He's
It's not even
showing
about that.
hella
Well,
disrespect.
like,
So he
Grizz,
doesn't.
Grizz,
Yeah,
it's not even about
so
that,
then
bro.
let's talk
It's
about his
ability.
attitude. What I'm saying is,
It's
you want me to
ability.
lie
It's
and say because Marcus Rashford's disrespected the club, let me
No,
now lie and
no.
pretend that these other players.
No,
are
not
Nah,
lie,
man.
not lie.
Jermaine
Just showing
Pennant.
You just said
disrespect.
Routledge
Shout
is
out
better
to
than
Jermaine
him.
No,
Pennant.
but don't defend. Don't
Yo,
defend why
Jermaine
we're
Pennant, man.
disrespecting him. Why are you
Jermaine
defending
Pennant.
why
I'm
we're
not defending
disrespecting
him.
him?
I'm just calling a football.
We're on a show.
observation.
We're on a show having banter.
on, man.
We're having a show having banter. We're disrespecting a guy who disrespecting his profession.
For me,
It's
it's not even-
allowed.
it doesn't come from
Stop
that. It doesn't
stop
come from
defending him.
Well, I,
Okay,
for me,
sorry,
you know what it
I
is?
should
Yeah,
lie. Sorry, apologies.
No,
no,
don't
no,
lie. Don't lie.
Nah,
Don't lie.
that's not my opinion. That's not my opinion.
No,
Grizz.
Wayne Routledge.
My
actually
thing is the
killed me.
stability and ability. Yo, Morgan counts Pedersen. Yo, Pedersen was a baller. Listen, shout out to Pedersen.
Bro,
From
in the
Blackburn.
chat, show Rashford disrespect people. Piss off Toby. Tell us
didn't
who's
even
better than
It's not gonna
Rashford.
piss me off.
Toby,
I
Toby.
You're not even
I'm
picking.
Who's better than Rashford?
Oh, but you know what? Hold on a minute.
No,
Hold on a minute.
say
Hold on, hold on.
Hold on.
if you say like Pedersen or Bentley, at least you're picking like techie wingers. Man is saying Routledge. What?
Listen, Routledge. Yo, listen, Routledge was decent, you know.
Someone said Dumbia.
Dumbia. Who's Dumbia? No.
What, and
Exombia.
Dumbia?
Yo,
And
Exombia
who
was
said
decent.
Dumbia?
Jason Punchin.
Punching was a bit,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Not
Victor
punching.
Moses, say that's the Swansea one, isn't it?
Victor Moses.
Punchin's better than Routledge.
Fam,
Punchin's better
you
than
know what I'm
Routledge.
saying? Punching
Punchin's better than
levels with Routledge. So
Nah,
what's the difference?
Victor
No, listen.
Moses.
You might not realize Routledge was decent, yeah. That was quick.
Fam,
and
so what was
pacey.
Dixon punching for Southampton for Palace? What are you talking
Yeah, that's what I'm
about?
saying.
It's
100%.
ridiculous.
Man,
He had a wonder
my point is, them man were pacey and they were quick. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what they were, man.
So what is Rashford then? What's
He's a pace
Rashford?
merchant. That's all he is.
You
Pace
just
merchant.
you said them men are pacey or quick, and then you just called Rashford a pace
Hey,
merchant.
pacey
That
and
doesn't
quick.
make sense.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Is that two different
I'm just saying,
attributes?
I put them in them levels.
That's
Put
what
them
he's
in them
doing.
levels.
He's comparing them. That's why
That's
he's
what I'm
comparing them.
comparing them. Now, give me a Balassi. Are you mad? Balassi. Bro, give me a Balassi. Are you mad?
Nah, this is
Come on, man.
hilarious. Who else? So you
Toby.
give me another one.
Toby.
Let me
This
think
summer,
of a dead winger. Let me think of a
Stephen
dead winger.
Pienaar was good. Stephen Pienaar was good, man. Stephen Pienaar was good.
Mudryk.
Sinclair.
Mudryk.
Mudryk. No. Mudryk's dead.
Brennan
Mudryk's dead.
Johnson?
Mudryk's
Brennan
dead.
Johnson, anyone?
No, he's dead, he's dead, he's
Johnson.
dead.
Bad boy example. Bad boy
They
example.
buy 50 million. They buy for 50 million.
player.
50 million.
Boy example. But he's done you there.
so bad.
Toby, Matisse has
so bad.
done you there. He's done you.
How's he done me? I also mentioned Brennan Johnson. How's he done me?
Player.
I don't rate Brennan Johnson. I think he's mid.
Bro, that guy's so bad, man.
How's he
Yo,
done
I
me?
swear to God,
He's
Nottingham
done you,
Forest
he's done
upgraded
He's
you.
like, oh, he's done you. He's done me. I'm like,
He's
how?
done you. You're
How's
done
he
you.
done me?
Nottingham Forest actually upgraded over Elanga. Dead ass. They've upgraded.
No,
Ilanga.
they haven't.
Wait.
Elanga-
Wait. Okay,
Similar,
jokes
similar.
aside. Stop. Jokes aside. Ilanga would have been better off at United than Rashford. Ilanga.
No,
know what
he
it is with
wouldn't have
Elanga?
been. We
The only
saw
problem is that
Elanga at
he
United. He was
only-
dead, bro.
He wasn't.
What
You know what it is
doing
with
here?
Elanga?
But he roasted us.
At least Rashford, he'll give you a little bit.
Man, what we-
Elanga won't.
As an
My
option,
thing is not a whole-
Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi or Rashford.
Toby, you rate
do that.
Rashford, yeah?
Don't-
You rate
don't do
Rashford, yeah? Talk to me. If you had a chance to buy him in the summer, would you get him?
The money is too, the figures involved. I don't think it's.
Yeah, but you got the
Rashford
money,
is a
man. You
really
got the
good-
money.
Not worth
You got the money,
No,
man.
we
Can
don't
I-
have
can
the
I-
money.
Can I
We don't
joke
have the
with
money.
you?
What are you
Can
talking
I
about?
joke with
That's
you?
like
Can I
£100
joke with you?
million plus 350
I
grand a
couldn't think
week.
of anything worse for what Tottenham are trying to build right now than to just go and randomly bring
Can I
in Rashford.
joke with you though?
Yeah, bro.
Shall I tell you why I'm so frustrated and angry and pissed off, whatever? Actually, I don't give a shit about him because he plays for United, whatever. But I actually do think there's a player there. after all this jokes and banter.
He needs a new
the
change.
reason why I'm pissed off is because I think he's wasted his career and thrown it down the pan. I actually rate the guy. I think he had the potential to be a bad boy player when he was coming through, when he loved the game.
Yeah.
He's a talented player, man. I'm not.
He is.
Like,
He's a talented player, man.
That's
But
why
I hate people like that, Tobes, that have wasted their careers, man. You know, he might even come for me, like if he actually watches or some of them. Who's this doddy telling me? But you have, son.
I just don't get it. I don't get what's wrong with Rashford, because it's like when you think the penny has dropped, and don't get me wrong, I do think sometimes the criticism of Marcus Rashford at times can be a bit too like toxic, but at the same time, what I don't really get with Marcus Rashford is, why is it that whenever he takes a step forward, a big step forward, he has to then take 2 steps back? It's really irritating for someone who's followed his development. It's really irritating because you're like, oh wow, the penny's finally dropped. Like, you're gonna be this guy, you're gonna try and take the mantle and be that guy for Man United, and then it just disintegrates the following year, man. How can you go from what he did last season to this season as well? It's not good. And then the disciplinary stuff, I'm not defending the stuff that he was doing the other day. I feel like the club should really come down hard on him as well, man, because you can't be declaring yourself ill and then you're on the piss like 2 nights in a trot, man. It's not on at all, man. And you're meant to be the best player, the highest paid player at the club. You should really be setting a better example, man. It's not good.
And the thing is, people shouldn't get it twisted. You come, you score, we win, you lead. Go out and drink again. I don't give a shit. Right? If you're not doing
you know what I'm saying?
Stay out of camera's way, please.
It's the same. It's the same. It would apply for any job. Do you know what I mean? It's the same. It would apply for any job. If you go out on the piss the night before, and you better come in the next day and perform. If you don't and you keep doing that, you're gonna get in trouble at some point. Do you know what I mean? You can only get away with that so many times.
I think it goes back to ownership and a bit of the fans building up players for doing very little. It happens at most clubs now. But the ownership, I mean, if I was owner, I'll be taking him to court. I'm paying you $350. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but
taking him to court, really, Turkish.
Broski.
These times
you can't. Man just gave you a new.
And them man were getting on the piss.
They was winning titles, bro. That's
no, I get that. I get that.
Would you not just find him?
If you're an owner with ambition to win, if you're an owner with ambition to win, and I give this guy a contract for $350K, and you're the highest or one of the highest paid players at the club, and then your form goes down, and on top of your form going down, which can be understandable, I wouldn't even mention court for that. You go out drinking, you're enjoying, and then you call in sick. $350K. I wouldn't just want to end the contract there. I'd want to take some money back that I've paid you because you haven't taken this thing serious, bro. And I think maybe if one of these players do get taken to court for not taking things serious, maybe, just maybe, players will look around and start taking things a bit more serious.
Yeah,
if it's contract,
tell him again.
It's never happened before, so people will raise their eyebrows. But when you sign a contract, there's commitment.
Bruv, this is work, bruv.
You're not getting paid to piss about. Like, there's actually commitment.
This is work. The young footballers see this is what I'm saying. And Uncle Bruce coming with these ones. But I'm glad Uncle Turkish said something as well. This is work. This is a profession.
Work.
I'm not paying you these fees. And then if I cut the contract, I'm out of pocket a year. My reputation is in the mud, but you can find a new club with a new signing on fee and a new. Am I a fucking idiot? Come run me back my money, please, brother. Because I'm sorry. That's
well, it's there for the next 5 years, so we'll have to.
Come on, Toby, man, you working, Toby? Wouldn't you do the same?
What we need to clock is you can only terminate these contracts by paying them out, which means they get them out money. Which
so that would be, bro.
So the only other
crazy.
way,
I don't want to know.
So say you did want to terminate Marcus Rashford's contract, right? The only other way is court, really. Not saying this is what would actually should actually go ahead, but I can see what Turkish coming from. If too many players keep taking the piss with the contract, at some point you gotta. This could actually happen one day, maybe 5, 6 years. It might happen one day.
Let's get some super chats in because we're hour 43 and we've still got 4 predictions to still do. Elisa says 350K in your mid-20s at a directionless club. Expect wasteman vibes. Ronaldo dipped and called them all unserious. Yeah, I see a few nods, and I agree.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing with Sancho when he dissed us and he went for the wages at Liverpool, at Man United, and I said to people, "No problem." Okay, no problem.
And big up Elisa as well. That's your £450 super chat. So I just want to say love for the love, and I want to re-emphasize that all money made from Big Six super chats, ad revenue, all of that goes back into Big Six. We've got big plans moving forward next season and so on. So really do appreciate all of the love, and Elisa, come on, big supporter from time. Brian says, it's time to log out when SAEED starts waffling route, literally in the same line with Rashi. Now I know what you all did within that group chat.
What group chat?
Yeah, what group chat? I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What group chat is that?
Well, is this one of your emergency meeting group chats or something? Is this?
No, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Group chat. I can't lie to you. I don't know. what he's talking
next
about
one.
New show.
Mine says tough conversation coming from a stable household helps, regardless of double single parent. Rashford was always in the streets. MBE at a young age don't help. I think you're right. I think it plays a part, but I also think it's also not an excuse. I think many legendary players, many greats of the game, few of the GOATs of the game, have come from backgrounds that have been very difficult. I think more often than not, the players that have achieved that iconic status in football have come from most difficult backgrounds. So as much as that can hinder, that can also be the catalyst needed to be someone in terms of legacy and all of that. So yes, good point made, but at the same time not an excuse. SAEED, my bro, look at Oba, Ozil, Cancelo, youth player, all profit. Questions are raised for Ten Hag regarding Sancho. Ronaldo was right. Culture makes a club. Any more on that subject? Nope. We are good to move on. But we're good to move on.
I don't think anybody ever said Ronaldo is wrong. I think it's just what he did.
No, you know what?
How he did it was you can't do that. It's just simple.
I think a lot of things that Ronaldo has said, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was blind to it, but I don't. For what he did in terms of the way he wanted to lead the football club, I still don't agree with that. You get me? But I think what he said, though, maybe I was blindsided by it. You get me at the time, and I maybe I'm starting to see a little bit of what he said. But there's some bits I'm like I still disagree on. You get what I'm trying to say? So,
let's do.
What about me?
What about you?
Yeah, what about me?
You shush.
Damn right, I shush now.
The first shush of the show, 1 hour 46 minutes in. How many likes we got? Over
I did 1,000. One before, but nobody heard it. But yeah,
no, so I'm sorry. Turkish,
you nobody heard it.
Turkish, how have we allowed Tobes to get away with this, man?
I didn't ask you lot to go on a.
It's Tobes next, and the other Arsenal prediction.
What we cooking, Tony, man? Come on now. Every year, though, man. Every year we don't see a Tottenham trophy. What are we really cooking?
Come on now,
dog. You can do whatever you want, mate. You can do whatever you want. It was you lot that was comparing Rashford to fucking Balassi and these man. You lot are the ones that took the conversation left. So, boy. I don't know what you want me to say about that.
Y'all tripping,
back
man.
out of the conversation.
Y'all tripping.
Goddamn, dog.
Goddamn, dog.
Goddamn.
Tobes, prediction then. United away to Wolves.
2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves straight.
United away to Wolves.
Yeah.
That fixture, you know when you talked about that fixture of Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea. This is similar as well. Very, very dull, and you know what I mean, bro. It's just I'm not looking forward to this one, man. I can't lie. Not looking forward.
I'm gonna go 2-2. SAEED.
That's my one. That's what I was gonna go for. 2-2.
2-2. Matisse.
2-1 Wolves.
2-1 again. Hugh.
2-2.
2-2. And Grizz.
2-1 United.
Oh shit.
Hey.
So
are you sure? Are you sure?
No, I just got to throw like swingers, man. Just mad
points.
Spanner in the works, yeah.
Yeah. So Grizz is the only one to predict the United win 2-1. Tobes and Matisse have gone 2-1 to Wolves. Me, Hugh, and SAEED have gone 2-2. That's those predictions done. And like I said, we will get into Tottenham now, coming off the back of the FA Cup exit. We got a couple of super chats earlier saying, Tobes, the way Matisse had chest cooking you and Spurs on DR addresses newfound chest, remind him of his level. He's been so shy all season on that show. And Love United hate the ups as another season, and Tapping Tobes and his lot have tapped out of winning trophies. Big Ange is the first manager to bottle the City at the Lane game. And he also had talk about your 40 million flop.
Oh, sorry, go on, you're reading.
He also had talk about your 40 million flop who seems to have gone under the radar. I also remember this United are winning the league before you win the trophy.
Who's the 40 million flop that's gone under the radar?
Oh shit, Saligala out.
Yes, man. Let's bring Jackson back now. Quick.
I just saw it now. Ivory Coast.
Saligala out.
Is you talking about Brennan Johnson?
I've had it in the background. It's on. Sorry, go on. You're saying?
Bring it back for what, Matisse?
Wolves.
Man said, bring him back.
At least we get MATISSE back, bro. I'll take that happily. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I think on what Matisse was saying, I didn't watch the weekend roundup before I joined pretty late on, so I didn't hear what he was saying. But it's pretty convenient that he will focus on the one thing that he can get laughs at, because his team aren't giving him enough pleasure, so he has to poke at the obvious joke, which is obviously Spurs haven't won trophies. But in all seriousness, I think it's getting ridiculous now. Not because we have a divine right to win trophies, but like at some point, you really need to start like pushing ahead in some of these competitions and actually start taking it seriously. And I get it. We played Man City, best team in the country, etc., etc. But the performance we put in was pathetic, man. It was outside of the defending of our own box. It just wasn't good, man. Key players offensively didn't turn up. Couldn't really do much with the ball. Only one attempt at home. It was a really, really, really disappointing way to go out of the FA Cup. I don't think we did enough to test Man City. So we got to hold that. Andrew's got to hold that. It's disappointing. I can't lie. I was quite angry on the Friday because it's just like I went into it with optimism. And it's like we're now out in January. You couldn't even get us. We couldn't even get 5th round, 6th round. We're out in January. It's not nice. It's not nice at all. So yeah, man. I still have faith that Ange, if he is given the tools, will end our trophy drought. But it's obviously not going to happen this season because we're not winning the league and we're out of every other cup competition. So yeah, we just got to take it on the chin and try and at least finish the season strongly. So not really sure what more I can say other than that.
And here you got Brentford weekend, Toney, second game back. Nervy or you confident?
Yeah, we should beat Brentford, to be honest. I know Tony's a big boost for them, but we've beaten Brentford with Toney. They've come to our ground and we've beaten them, but they also came to our ground last season and we lost. So yeah, man, it's a big boost for them. But in all honesty, I think we should see out this game. The Celso's back, Madison's back, centre backs are fit and available, Destiny there. Yeah, man, just get the job done. The only thing that worries me really is the front line. I was told I was moaning too much about Werner. Why are you moaning? He's a free transfer. He's this, that, and the third. I was told in the summer I was moaning too much about Brennan Johnson. How dare you speak down? You know more than Ange, do you? Trust the manager. Back this, back that. Sorry, yeah, I'm looking at our attack and it smells. And people will say, okay, cool, Son's out on international duty. But even when Son was in the team, how many times have I come on this platform talking about how I'm not really satisfied with what I'm seeing from our attack as a unit? So that's the one thing that worries me in these games that we have. Like, are our attackers going to convert the chances that we create? And are our attackers going to do enough when there's no space in behind or there's no ball playing behind? Because Brentford are going to park the 279 at our ground. They're going to park the bus at our ground and they're going to hit us on the brakes. And where they've got a low block, you need some sort of lock picker, bro. And I don't see any lock pickers out wide for Spurs at the moment. So
you got Madison.
Yeah.
Madison
plays in the 10. I'm talking about our
lock
wingers.
Picker, yeah, but you said lock picker. I didn't hear that.
That's a lock picker, no?
Yeah. I ignore them bit.
Yeah, out wide.
But lock
out
picker,
wide.
Madison.
Out wide.
Yeah,
out wide.
How many lock pickers do you want? You got Madison, who's a footballing genius.
That's one. I'm talking about wide, bro. Wide players. Let's be serious.
Kulusevski,
yes.
He was comparing him to certain.
Nah, that's your lock picker, Kulusevski.
No, I said
Not potentially.
Kulusevski can do a job, but let's be real. Kulusevski is a good player, but like he's not like an elite winger, is he? And he's someone who he can have good games, but he can have some bad games as well. He was terrible against Man City the other day. So yeah, man.
I think you'll
let's
find
see.
most teams only have one or two creative, mavericks, lock pickers, and we've just given you two. Kulusevski and Maddison.
I think for all of the,
disagree.
I think for all of the excitement and hype Kulusevski got in his first 6 months, I don't think he should just be allowed to just fall away as a maybe sometimes. No, rise. You're one of the lot.
He has risen. He's been all right for Spurs this season.
Name him then. He's one. That's him. Not potentially.
Yeah, but that's not enough. He's not going to be. That's not enough. Did Kulusevski start on the right wing against Man City? Did he start on the right wing against Man United? It's not enough. It's not enough. And the whole point of adding more attackers is when Kulusevski is off form, who else can come in to actually push him out of the team and stake a point in the ground and actually keep their spot? We don't have players like that, bro. And now we've got road runners that just thrive off space. That's what they need, space. If there's no space in behind and the ball's not played in behind.
Can I say something?
No, say last one. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But Werner made some bad boy runs.
You can't.
I don't
comment
care.
on these players.
I don't care.
You can't comment on no signings, even if you don't like Werner. Trust Ange, right? You're not allowed to have your own opinion, brother. Yeah, it's
ridiculous, bro. Yeah, listen, Werner made some sick runs and he should have been.
He did, man.
I said our midfield was terrible outside of Højbjerg, who almost cost us the game anyway. Our midfield was terrible. They weren't finding the attackers. They were not finding the attackers at all. But the problem is when you have wingers whose whole MO is predicated on get me the ball in behind. They can't get the ball to feet, can't make shit happen. It's problematic. And you tell me, where's that space in behind going to be against Brentford?
Doesn't exist.
The silence told you everything. Because I don't think
You know what's mad? Can I just say for you? The Brennan Johnson. You got some low IQ footballers here. Brennan Johnson had an opportunity to go.
Oh shit!
What? No, but I'm saying, I was watching the game. Yeah, I was like, Brennan Johnson's in, brother. The guy could have went around the keeper and got a penalty for you lot. And I don't know what he did, yeah, but I was like, what? Are you seriously? You bought it for what, 40, 50 million? I was like, I swear that I've never been so infuriated. And I'm not even a Tottenham fan. I was like, this guy.
And you watch Anthony. And you watch Anthony.
Yeah, and I watch Anthony.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm
not going to lie. Like, of all the things to be frustrated with Brennan Johnson, that wouldn't be what I would pick as my
because it's
frustration.
But it is not because it's
like
he's
tried to dink him. I don't see what's wrong with that. It's not an easy chance.
If he'd went around him, the keeper would have came out and was it Ortega?
Yeah, but he tried to dink him. I can't. That was a good save from Ortega. It wasn't
not for me.
I don't really put
It's
that
a
on
wrong
Johnson.
move.
I don't really put that on Johnson. If you want to talk about Johnson's game, talk about the fact that he wasn't taking on Gvardiol. His crossing was dead.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'd be in space. He wouldn't do anything with the ball. Like there's other elements to assess his poor performance against Man City.
But that's an element of his game that's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about his game. I'm like, it's so predictable because I was like, just make it a little bit something different there. I thought could have went around the keeper. There was a couple of moments where I was like, take a man on and then you know what I mean? I just think it's predictable.
I'm saying this, but probably I'm hoping and I expect one of these guys will score on Wednesday. They just have to. Werner or Johnson, one of these guys is going to have to score on Wednesday. I think they will. One of them will score, but
don't forget. Don't
forget. I don't like it.
Don't say me never did a Werner. It's going to be Werner.
I don't care. He's dead. Even if he scores,
even if he scores, he's dead. What does that mean in life? Like, what do you mean? If he scores the winner for you,
like he's dead.
And if he scores like 7 to 10 goals before the end of the season,
not going
he's
to
not
score
dead.
7 to 10 goals. You know it, I know it. Stop kidding yourself.
Just put money on that. Just let's just
if you're not willing to put money on it, please just cut them off. Yeah,
you owe me bare dinners anyway, so don't even try to double and quits.
Honestly,
stand on business.
He said 7 to 10 goals. Yeah,
but he owes me back free. He owes me back 3 bets.
How? I owe you 1 bet.
Free.
One bet, bro.
Free.
Cool. Let's do the super chats and then do predictions. I think One here from Frankie saying, Tob speaking to Big Steve after the game was like a goldfish with muscles interviewing a shark. Keep up the content though, Tobes. Enjoying it, big man. Come on. Lucy Goosey says, my first game I attended this season and we lose. Liverpool lose Salah and they still look good. Spurs lose Son, look clueless. Brentford will win.
Have you lot spoken on that? You lot all said Salah's gone. Are you worried, Grizz? And are you remember you lot trying to hype that shit up? I think it was SAEED mostly.
It's always SAEED, man, when it comes to Liverpool.
Who?
We scored 16 goals.
He didn't even speak in the Klopp segment. You noticed, not one word.
No.
Yeah, I noticed that, you
bro,
know.
bro, I was gonna say something, but you man were waffling too much, man. I came in
People were
twice.
saying the hate is real. People were saying, but I rate him for that.
Twice.
No, but I rate him for
I
that.
was
The
butt
hate is
off.
real.
I was butt off. You know, we're not getting me how to
Hate,
say. I was coming in to say something, but then someone came in and you know what I mean. I'm respectful in it, so I let you guys have your say in that. But
Say no more.
yeah, but maybe next time, innit? Maybe next time we can arrange that, can't we?
Say no more.
When he loses a game.
yeah. Well, on the next show, fraud.
Next one here from BH1 saying 16 years, Tobes. Last time you celebrated a trophy, you was in school. You went from boy to man phase without cup
College.
success.
was
Remind
in
us why
college.
Mora isn't a legend.
How do you know I was in school? Yeah. fair.
Actually, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. My last year in secondary school.
What an own goal that is. Fucking hell.
I mean, it's not really an own goal because he said it anyway. So, remind us why Lucas Moura isn't a legend, because he isn't, and he's crap. So next question.
Next question is prediction, bro. Tottenham Brentford.
I'm going to go. I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs.
2-0. I'm gonna go 3-1. SAEED.
Ivan Toney.
Me. I'm gonna go 2-1 Tottenham.
2-1. Matisse.
I'm going to go 2-2. Ivan Toney's back.
2-2. You.
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 and Grizz.
1-0 Tottenham.
1-0. What's that? 5 Tottenham wins predicted. Matisse has gone 2-2. Toby's gone 2-0. Grizz has gone 1-0. Hugh and SAEED have both gone 2-1, and I've gone 3-1. Like I said, all Tottenham wins predicted. One super chat came in whilst we're doing predictions. Roberto says, in reply to past Tobes, quote, who's John Stones? He's got more trophies than your club, and that bum Saliba sit down football Twitter. Whatever. Down you. Why are you putting underscores in the middle of scrubs and bums and this and that? What's going on? I don't get it. Matisse, calm yourself down. 1 billion plus. Add 100 plus more charges. City. You ruined your own super chat, mate, but thank you.
Bro, honestly, terrible.
You actually ruined your own super
terrible.
chat. Cool. Actually, whilst we're here, earlier Courts sent in a super chat and he did send me a message on Instagram. I'm going to read it out now. He linked it to the super chat. So Courts says, yo, my guys, I appreciate the show and all you're doing on the channel. I'm a long-time listener, sending my first super chat with a plea for help. My little cousin, who's 16, has been diagnosed with stage 4 heart and lung cancer. The NHS have medication that will stop protein getting to the cancer cells and making the tumors spread, but won't give them to him as it's stage 4. We've started a GoFundMe to help contribute to buying the pills ourselves because they aren't cheap. I would really appreciate you guys sharing the link to help the cause. And listen, first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers, I'm sure from all of us are now with you and the family, because that is mad news. And I have gone on the GoFundMe page, which I'm about to put into the community now. So that's in there now. I will get that pinned as well. Let me do that right now.
Pin it in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat. I'll get that pin now in a sec. Let me just bring it up. There it is. Sorry, people, bear with me. Oh, it's pinned. It's pinned. Love whoever did that. It's pinned. So there's the GoFundMe link pinned. You've heard the story, and I have, like I said, went on the GoFundMe, and the medication is very expensive. So listen, if you can help out, go help out. I suggest you don't send in any more super chats anyway, people, because we are over time. It's 2 hours, 3 minutes, and we're just going to do predictions and wrap up with the super chats we have left. But, you know, if you want to help out in some way, shape, or form, then I recommend going over to the GoFundMe and helping along the way there in courts. Like I said, thoughts are with you, the family, and all of that. And I hope you get the help you need, my brother, and to your cousin's family too. Yeah, that is pinned now. Just double checking because people are asking. That is pinned. All right, cool. So predictions for Tottenham done. 2 more games to get into. Super chats here. What should we do first? We're not going to talk about Forest, Arsenal, or City, Burnley. We're just going to do the predictions. So let's just do the predictions. Forest, Arsenal, Tobes.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1. That's what I've put down already. Saeed.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1. Matisse.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1.
You've been trying to think today, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a good feeling about this week.
3-0 Arsenal.
Man said he got a good feeling about this week. He predicted his side to lose at Anfield.
If I can't win, nobody will. You know what I mean?
3-0, Hugh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Grizz.
I was going to say 3-0 as well, but I'll go 2-0 now. Have to be different.
2-0. So, 5 Arsenal wins. 3-1 from Tobes and myself. 3-0 from Hugh. 2-0 from Grizz. 2-1 from Saeed. And Matisse has gone 1-1. City, Burnley, Tobes.
4-0.
4-0.
This is going to be one of them ones where someone's going to get it right, man.
Someone's going to get it.
I'm going to go 5.
Can I change it? Can I change it?
No, he said his
No.
He said the score. He said it.
Bro, he said his score. He said his score. He said his score, bro.
No.
Bro, he said his score.
He said the score.
I can change it, right?
I've said my score.
Nope.
You bastard.
That was the agreement. 5-0.
What score did you go for?
5-0.
Okay, cool.
Saeed.
What was you going to say?
None of your
I'm going to
business.
say you're going to feel sorry for Vincent Kompany. I don't know, man.
How come man need help predicting City Burnley scores? What's going on, people?
Because obviously someone's going to get it right, don't it? It's one of them
Yeah,
where
that's
you got to be
how it
careful.
goes, isn't it?
I'm going to go 5-0.
5-0. Matisse.
3-0 City.
3-0. Hugh.
The return of Erling Haaland. 4-0.
Yeah, that's the big one. And
Is he back? Is he back? Yeah.
He's been out for a minute, you know.
Toby,
Yeah,
what was you
Is
going to say?
is he still leading the golden boot race?
him and
He's
Salah.
level with
He's level
Salah.
with Salah. isn't
Level.
he?
Oh, that's actually, do you know how stupid that is? He's been out for time and he's still leading that.
Bro, you know what's mad, yeah? The last time he was playing, he's in my fantasy and he's still there. That's how he knows how long I've not been playing
That's
fantasy.
actually mad, you know.
I've missed him,
Yeah.
man. I've missed him. I'm glad to see him back.
I bet you have.
That's crazy.
So Hugh's gone 4-0. Grizz.
Toby, what was you going to say?
I was going to say 3-0.
I'll go 3-0 as well.
Okay. Okay.
Wins,
There's no tactics.
all clean
There's no
sheets.
tactics.
Me and Saeed have gone 5-0. Hugh and Tobbs have gone 4-0. Grizz and Matisse have gone 3-0. So someone's bound to get a correct score unless Burnley pull a goal out the bag, and then the rest
Everyone's
is
mash
history.
up. Yeah.
We've got 6 super chats, so we're going to get through those 6 and we're going to wrap it up. Ahmed says, with Klopp leaving and Pep getting charged, the road has become clear for Arsenal, just like it did for Turkish securing that oxtail. I don't know if it's become clear for us.
You lot are foul for even bringing it up again. I've never been so cheated.
Brother Matisse was so down, man.
So down. Cass is dead. Says, big up, lads. Great show as always, and love the pool video. Hugh commentary elite. Sorry for your loss, Grizz. Love for the love. Adeleke says, Matisse, hilarious. You think Chelsea are in a better situation than United? Look at what is going on behind the scenes in your club. Saeed, please pick up a stick.
Behind the scenes at my club. What's going on?
What does he mean pick up a stick?
Like whack him, innit?
The only thing that's
Beat
going
up-
on behind
beat
the
up
scenes,
Matisse.
man,
Right, but
It's called
He
beating
spent,
up.
you spend. That's it.
yeah.
Twinny says, Matisse, blink
Crazy.
twice if you need help. We can't be allowing creatine man to blam you out your glasses anymore, my brother. It's not right.
Yeah, man. What can I say?
No comment.
Creatine dream.
Creating man.
Bill says,
I don't
Hugh,
even take creatine.
Why
it
not?
seemed
I used to take it at your age.
I don't need it. I don't need it, bro.
That's true.
Bill says, Hugh, it seemed like you played with traditional fullbacks versus Spurs. Do you think that will be the tactics going forward, or will Pep revert to the back three?
It's hard to tell. It kind of changes every week, but Walker starts every game, and he kind of goes forward, and then a back three forms. It's very fluid. It changes depending on who he goes with.
Cool. Last one from Black Mamba saying, Action Jackson back. I have missed you, brother. Welcome back. Ivory Coast about to win the African Cup of Nations,
He's
which has
missed-
been
he
a
misses as
quality.
Yeah,
it's
we've
been a
been
quality
starving.
tournament,
Just
to be
allow it,
honest.
man.
Good goals, entertaining, upsets.
Baby Jesus
yeah.
is back.
Oh,
Baby
big up
Jay-Z.
Skull, man. That Skull
What did he
comment is
say?
crazy.
He's
The
an
skull
hater,
comment,
bro.
man.
It's because
Oh,
he's got a body made of clay. That's why he's talking to me.
Clay. All right, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. 2 hours, 10 minutes, overtime again, but it's been a worthwhile show. Grizz back in the building. Show the individual channels some love in the description, but more importantly, show this channel some love because there's a lot of good content coming out. And one just came out yesterday. Go check that video out now. Hit the like button on the way out, people. We are approximately 284 likes away from 2,000. So make that happen as we close out. We are back Friday, people. Friday. United playing on Thursday, so it makes sense to get it done Friday. I haven't talked to everyone here, but it might be an early stream on Friday. I'm hoping to get an early one done Friday, maybe midday, maybe 1 p.m. If not, it will be evening. But just subscribe, follow us on socials at The Big Six Show. You'll know exactly when it is. Love for the love and all of that good stuff. And we'll be back end of the week, Friday. Tune in then.